for those of you who are just joining us now that we're up and running again, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about what we're doing here. You've got myself, Ryan, and Jeremy here from MVM, and we are going head-to-head against Robert and Mike from the Dice Tower. Guys, we got some people that joined in late, so go ahead. Let's pretend like we never introduced each other, and we'll do that right now. So,
does anybody? I can't find the server.
I can't either, but we'll get there.
I'm already in the game, so I'm ready to go.
I'm not seeing the server yet, but
Tabletop Simulator, I've noticed, for those of us who are stuck playing at home, I've been using this a lot. Sometimes it takes a long time for it to find the games, and it might help to like stop your search and then restart it. Sometimes I've noticed that fixes my issues. And everybody is celebrating. Our video is moving again. They can hear us.
I apologize to everybody. I should have tested the proper bandwidth of my laptop proper. I don't know why it's 10 times slower than the second laptop in the house, but now it's fixed, so...
Wouldn't be a live stream without a technical difficulty.
Correct. I think I'm good.
Yeah, so like I said, we've got Robert and Mike are here. They're playing the aliens, and Jeremy and myself are playing the humans, and we're going to go head-to-head and try to survive here.
Whew. And well, hello everyone. I'm David. I'm the guy who's to be blamed for this game. I'm sorry, I'm still breathing heavily, but I've been hyperventilating for the past 20 minutes because I promised the stream and then I hit stream and then nothing happened. So
he was in full panic mode.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty intense.
The award of the evening goes to my girlfriend. I went into the other room and said, my Wi-Fi doesn't work. And she's like, okay, here's my laptop. And just hand it over.
MVM still the name?
Yes.
Because I'm still not finding the server.
Oh no. It's Robert. Just type in MV and it should come up. You don't need to type anything else other than that.
Done.
Got it? Cool.
Nope.
Is there a way for me to invite him? Yeah. Oh, we're not friends. Why are we not friends?
Because I don't normally use Tabletop Simulator. I use Tabletopia. I'm gonna reopen.
I do. I feel like there are pros and cons to both systems. I'm happy using Tabletop Simulator lately, but I do like Tabletopia.
All right. I'm joining.
MVM
got it. I had to kill the whole app. Here we go.
Okay. Once you're back in, we'll be ready to start. David's going to kind of talk us through the order of the game and how to play the game and kind of what our objectives are.
Yes, I will definitely do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if my hand works now.
They're still not working though, Robert.
Nope.
I'm having the same issue.
No hand. Well, it's fine. If your hand doesn't work, just
put them on the edge of the table.
Put them on the edge of the table, and we'll be.
Yeah,
then everyone knows.
We'll fix that before the TTS module gets properly released.
Yes. We're doing a little preview here of the TTS module. So, yeah, sometimes things aren't gonna work exactly like they're supposed to, but it's okay.
While you guys are fiddling with the cards, I'll start talking. All right. So
sure.
So the guys have read the rules, and the rules are specifically structured to teach your own bit and give you a bit of information about what the others are doing. But for the benefits of our viewers who've been patiently waiting for my internet to come back, you now get to hear a rapid rules summary of everything, and then if there are a few small things I might have forgotten, then we'll talk about them as they happen in the game. So it's a 2 versus 2 game. The 4 players are the alien ground force known as Principal, which will be played by Mike.
Me, yes.
The alien space player known as the Meld, which will be played by Robert. The human space player known as the Armada, which is gonna be Jeremy, and then the human ground player known as the Expedition, which is gonna be Ryan.
Ryan, yep.
So the turn order is always Principal, Armada, Expedition Meld, which means there's always one turn between you and your direct enemy, and you're very encouraged to use that turn to think about what you're gonna do. So, and that's the order I'm gonna explain the players in. So I'm gonna start with the principal. The principal has 4 cards in their hand, and each card has a top and a bottom. The top, and I'm going to use the camera to highlight this to the audience. So each card has a top, which shows one or more locations, and the bottom, which uses a special ability. And on your turn, you're going to play 3 of those 4 cards in an order of your choosing. And for each card, either play the top, or play the bottom, or activate a directive. If you play the top, the card I'm showing to you guys it shows the west pylon. That means he can either move 5 units in or out of the west pylon, or he can move 4 units into the west pylon and then attack the west pylon, or move 3 units out from it and then attack wherever he moved to, and or he can make no moves and attack the west pylon twice. Yes, I'm on video and I'm called. Say hi to my girlfriend who saved the stream with her laptop. So
hello.
Without her, we would not be here. Anywho's, so that's what the top of the card does. The bottom of the card just does whatever it says. And then the third thing you can do with the card is grab it, is say, I'm activating one of the directives, which is this slightly pixelated board here, apologies for that, this thing. And for example, you can say I want to activate my first directive, which says land the rattle from orbit to an adjacent unprotected location, and then attack once in a location of your choice. Once you've done that, you take one of your cards, you flip it, and you cover the top part of that directive, and the next time you want to use that directive, you only get the bottom, and then you cover that one too, and then that directive is not available until you reshuffle your deck, at which point these cards will be reshuffled too. So that's pretty much the principal's turn. Straightforward, pick 3 cards, play their top, play their bottom, execute. The funky bit happens whenever he attacks. The way he attacks is count the number of units, half it, round up, so 1, 3, 5 units, draw 1, 2, 3 cubes from the combat back. The combat back has cubes in it, black and white cubes. So if the principal attacks with say 5 units, then he'll draw 3 cubes from here. Black cubes are called focus, they are hits. White cubes are discord, they are misses. And for every black cube drawn, he can deal a damage to a human unit in the same location as where the attack is. There are a couple of restrictions that I'm not gonna walk through because the guys already know it because it's on their player aid. When it happens, I'll happily narrate. But the interesting thing is that if he draws all white, he removes one of the whites, and if he draws more than one black, he removes one of the blacks. So the bag is self-refining, if you will. Plus, both him and his opponents have abilities to mess with the bag. That's the large-scale overview. The specifics I will narrate as they happen. After this, the Armada player takes their turn. The Armada player has a tactics deck of which he has drawn 6 cards at the beginning of the game and selected 3 of them to be kept into his hand and 3 of them to be put into his combat deck. Then on each turn he will select one of the 3 cards, say he selects this one, and put it in his discard pile, which means he will have 4 frigate... oops, my mouse slid. Oh, you put it there, that's why
I was showing it being put there.
Yes, so it means he gets 4 frigate actions and then 1 coordinate action. And then the card is discarded. A frigate action means he can select a frigate, which is these ships, on the board and do one of the following things. Armada. One of the following things. He can move and shoot, or shoot twice, or move twice. But whenever he shoots, the way he shoots is that he draws the top card of the combat deck, and the bottom of each card, as you can see, has 1, 2, 3, or 4, or occasionally 0 of those hit icons, and that's how many damage he deals. You put it on the wrong discard. That's the tactics discard. So when he shoots, he draws 1 card from the combat deck, flips it, and he made 2 hits. And when all cards of the combat discard is here, then he'll put them back there, and shuffle them again. So his ships are the Dreadnought, which is very big, and every time it moves, it can launch one of the interceptors. But if it wants to shoot, it cannot move. Then there's the Frigate, which I already explained can either double move or double shoot, or move and shoot. And both of them can shoot in their own space, own zone, or an adjacent zone. And their third ship is the Interceptor, which can either move once and then shoot, or shoot and then move twice. And it's not mandatory to shoot. But the Interceptor can only shoot in its own zone. And then he's shooting at the Meld ships. The Meld ships all have 2 hit points each, except this big one, the Cobra, which has 4. But the trick with them is that they don't stay damaged. So if you don't kill a Meld ship on a turn, it doesn't die. And the other trick with them is that the hoods, these circular ships, they give +1 life to every adjacent ship. Which means if there's a hood here, then these ships, instead of having 2 lives each, now have 3 lives each. And killing this hood is particularly hard, because normally it has 2 lives, but it has 1, 2, 3, 4 hoods adjacent, so this guy actually has 6 lives right now. But luckily, interceptors have +1 damage whenever shooting on hoods, so, you know, you can send in your fast ships to take out his defenses.
And that's adjacent, not same.
Yes,
zone.
yes. So right now every ship has 2 hit points because nothing has adjacent hoods. Notice that there's a red line here, so these 2 zones are not adjacent to each other because there's a bit of debris field between them. Okay.
Yep.
So that's it for his first turn, but on his second turn, there will be a card on the top of his discard pile, you know, the card that he played last turn, and those cards have an ability on them. For example, this one says, while this technology is active, the principal cannot deal more than 1 damage per attack. That's a nasty one. So whatever card is on the top of your tactics discard pile has an active technology. Some of them are passives, like this one. Some of them require you to spend Promethium, which is one of your 2 resources. You get 1 Promethium at the beginning of every turn as long as the lunar refinery hasn't been damaged. And you can get more from evacuating scientists, which I'll get back to in a second. And lastly, the 4th kind of action is the Coordinate, which just means gain an Echo Drone. An Echo Drone is the 2nd resource, which is, and unlike Promethium, this one is shared between the ground humans and the space humans. The space humans can use it at the end of their turn to remove a spore from the board. You don't yet know what a spore is, I'll explain that later. Or to do a ground strike, which will not happen for a few turns, so we'll get back to that when it happens. That's everything. There's an ion cannon here, which you don't have to worry about because it's only 2 specific cards that interact with it, and when they come up, we'll talk about them. And I think that's it for the yes, and at the beginning of the 2nd, the 5th, and the 8th turn, he will draw 6 more cards from the tactics deck and add 3 to their hand and 3 to their combat draw deck. So basically, as the game goes on, he gets less and less precise, but he gets more and more choices, if that makes sense. Any questions about the Armada?
Nope.
Cool. Moving on to the expedition, the human ground forces. The way they work is that they have 4 cards in their hand. They're going to select one of them at the beginning of the turn. Let's say they pick Satellite Interference from Mac. And the first thing they do is they activate the pictured hero on the card. So in this case, Mac will get activated. She is the sniper lady standing here. And when you activate a hero, you either move, shoot, or build a deflector, and you pick 2 of these 3 things. So, for example, Mac could move here and place a deflector here. Well, there's a deflector there already, so she can't, but anyway, those are her options. After that, you execute the text of the card, which says, draw 1 additional card, you may play up to 3 cards for momentum, discard 1 neuron die of the choice of the Meld's pool. I'll explain all those words later. And once he resolved that card goes into the exhausted pile, which is essentially out of the game. So the expedition is playing a deck destruction game here. So the more powerful abilities you use early, the weaker your deck will get later. And after that, he gets to play 2 of his remaining 3 cards. Say he wants to play this one and this one. Those will go into his discard pile. But before he does, they have icons on them. If one chance to escape has 2 momentum and 1 building icon. And this other card, Tactical Retreat, has 1 momentum. For each momentum, he can carry out a small action, and if there is at least 1 building icon, he can carry out a building activation. There are 4 buildings in the game. The Hospital lets him cycle his deck and take out wounds from his hand or the top of his draw deck. The Jammer adds white cubes to the Principal's bag. The Railgun kills one of the small enemy units. And the Comms Array produces an Echo Drone, just like the Armada's coordinate action. Now, the momentum you can spend mostly on moving units. So if you want to move this Marine from here to there, that's 1 momentum. Or for shooting, so if there is, say, a Legion here and you want to shoot with this Marine, that's also a momentum. And you can also move Scientists, which I'll get back to in a second. Or you can activate the special ability of the hero that you activated this turn. So if he activated Mac, then he can spend once per turn, spend 1 momentum to deal 2 damage to one unit of your choice in an adjacent location, because she's a sniper, so she can shoot far. The Principal may discard up to 2 cards to reduce this by 1 for each card discarded this way. So essentially, you either kill off some of his units, or if you're threatening something very valuable, then he can give up cards, thus give up actions to defend. So, and all 4 characters have something special to do. Colonel O'Hare lets you move more units, Sergeant Keeler lets you deal double damage, Mac has the sniper, and Cram can both mess with the bag by adding white cubes to it and build these absorption fields, which are very strong defensive building units that can absorb a black cube whenever the Principal attacks. So the last thing I need to talk about on the ground, and if your draw deck runs out, you take your discard pile, you flip it, and you keep drawing. So there is no shuffling in the Expedition deck. The only randomness is which 4 cards start the game in your discard pile. So the last thing I have to talk about them is the Scientists. You can move them using momentum like any other unit, and once they're in the pylon or the city location, usually in the pylon location, at the end of your turn you can spend an Echo Drone to, like, if it's here, you moved it here with the momentum, then you spend an Echo Drone and you send him up to space on the matching hemisphere, and you flip him to become a transport. And when you do that, the Armada may move one of his ships by 1 zone, but that cannot be a transport. And on his next turn, he can give up any one of his actions, or 1 per transport, to move that transport like any other ship. And if he starts his turn with a transport, with one of his big ships on the same zone as a transport, then he gets more Promethium. That's how he can get more Promethium faster. And if during his turn he moves the Scientist out of orbit, then the Scientist is saved and is guaranteed victory points. But if he doesn't move the Scientist and the Scientist stays in suborbit, then it immediately dies at the end of his turn because it burns up in the atmosphere. If a Scientist dies for any reason, either it got killed on the ground, or it burnt up in the atmosphere, or it got killed in the space, then it moves to the morale track, which loses points to the humans, who start the game on 10 points but can lose points. And if it reaches the skull, then the humans immediately lose. So don't lose 10 out of your 14 Scientists, please. And that's all about the Expedition. And then let's go to the last one, the Meld. The Meld has 6 cards and a bunch of dice. You roll these bunch of dice at the beginning of the game, there. And if you look at the dice, that one fell badly, there. If you look at the dice, they have squares and circles on them. The squares are called functions, and the circles are called sensories. They are basically the Meld's neural network of how it communicates with the ships. And the way the Meld's turn goes is that if you have at least 1 neuron dice on your pool, then you can build 1 ship for free. But you can only build ships where you have Cobras. You have 1 Cobra here, and your mothership acts as a Cobra for this purpose as well. So you can just say, I just build a ship somewhere. I don't know where you put it. Did you put it somewhere while I was not looking? No? So he can just say, I build a Cobra there, rattle there, etc. If he doesn't have any the dice, he gets all the dice back, but suffers victory point penalty for it, so don't do that. After that, he picks one neuron dice. Let's say he picks this one. This has 4 function and 1 sensory. So what he does is he selects 2 locations, say this one, and this one, and he moves 4 function cubes into each of them. The reason it's 4 because there are 4 squares on the die. So the die tells you how many function cubes you can move on, and it's always that many cubes into 2 zones. If your ground body has built a building called a sky beam, which he does by destroying the human buildings, then you get 1 extra cube west or east, depending where the sky beam is built, but that has to be used at or above orbit, not at the edge, but that's not a problem, you don't often go out. Then you pick one of the cards from your hand. Let's say you pick this one, spend function to activate fangs and cobras, and then you've put 4 cubes here. I don't know how fiddly this will be on Tabletopia, but hang with me. On the real board this is not a problem. And I say I'm gonna spend, so I play this card, and then I'm gonna spend this function to move this fang and place a spore. And then you do this for every cube you have. You can move a fang and place a spore with it. And here you also have a cobra, and cobras are cool because for 1 cube they can do 3 things. They can move or place spores even adjacent to them. So you can do something like, I'm gonna move here and then place 2 spores here. So cobras are quite powerful. And then once you finished, you spent all the cubes you can, then you play a second card and you do its bottom, so Gloomhaven style. This one says add sensory focus cubes to remove sensory or remove sensory -1 discord cubes from the principal's bag. So basically he can now add 1 black cube to his buddy's combat bag. So as you see, some dice are great for moving tons of ships, some dice are great for super powerful bottom effects. Once you've done this, both cards get discarded. Once you've played all your cards, you get back all your cards. The only way to cycle the dice, however, is either run out of them and suffer a penalty, or play your card called Retrieval, which gets back some of your dice, plus the principal has some special effects that also retrieves dice. The last thing I need to explain is how the Meld shoots at things. The Meld shoots at things by creating spores. So thematically the humans have these super powerful shields, and the Meld can shoot these biomechanical torpedoes at them, which doesn't do enough damage. But by placing these spores, which are like nano machine clouds, they eat and drain the shields of the human ships. Every human ship has a shield value. The Dreadnought has 9, the Frigate has 5, the Interceptor has 3. And if the number of spore clouds in a zone equals or exceeds any ship's shield, then you can take a torpedo instead of placing a spore with a fang or a cobra to blow that blow that ship up. Very funny, thank you.
Either way.
It works either way. And when you do, that ship is permanently removed from the game, and you also take off 1 spore cloud from that zone because that burns out in the explosion. As I mentioned earlier, the hoods, their job is to provide shield to your adjacent ships, but they can also torpedo. They cannot place spores. Rattles, they can move twice, or they can move once and drag 1 ship along. And they have 2 more special abilities. Each rattle doubles 1 spore cloud. So if you have 3 spore clouds and 2 rattles, that's the same as having 5 spore clouds. But if you have 2 spore clouds and 4 rattles, that's still only 4 spore clouds, not 6, because they need to have a spore cloud each to double. And the second special thing that a rattle can do is if you leave a rattle in orbit and the principal plays an ability that says land a rattle, then he can take this rattle, move it to a location on the matching hemisphere, like say put it here, and then in that area, whenever he attacks from now on to the end of the game, he draws 2 additional cubes. So it's as if he put 4 more units there, and the humans have no way of blowing up that rattle, but the Meld has now permanently lost this rattle. So that's all the... These tokens are here to help you remind if one zone has a lot of bonuses because of hood shields, but I'm here to take care of that all. These 4 cards are evolved command cards, they're stronger versions. One of your cards says swap one of your cards with an evolved card and score some victory points. So that's all the things we do. The only thing I haven't talked about is how do you win. Each side has a bunch of objectives. It's usually kill other stuff, or escapes with scientists, or in the principal's case, get to the city with the Empress, or destroy the pylons so that the Meld can bombard the city. All of these things are worth points, and points are tracked here. If anybody reaches 42, I heard it's an important number, then the game will end at the end of the current round after the Meld player has taken their turn, and whoever has more points at the time wins. If nobody wins until the 10th round, then whoever has more points at the end of the 10th round wins. If the humans run out of morale, or if if the humans run out of morale, then they lose the game. If the Meld bombards the city, which means that both pilots have been destroyed and they have been bombarded, then that scores a lot of points to the aliens and ends the game, but doesn't necessarily win it to them, but at that point they usually winning on points. And I don't think the humans don't have an immediate victory condition. If they kill the Empress, it's worth a lot of points, but it doesn't yet end the game. So the guys all have the player aids in front of them, which have a detailed list of all objectives, so I'm not going to read it all out. We're going to talk about them as and when they happen.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to stop talking now, and
I do have one quick question for you. Are all of the units finite?
For the humans, yes. For the aliens, they're limited, but they come back.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's War of the Ring style. So everybody's limited to the number of pieces they have, but when a human unit dies, it's out of the game, and when a alien unit dies, it goes back to the pool.
My spores are unlimited, though, right?
Your spores are unlimited, yes.
Unlimited spores.
Yes. So
I can put my spores wherever I want, buddy.
Yes. Cool. So, principles. I didn't mention one thing, but you'll see it soon. Whenever a squishy human dies on the ground board, a fallen is placed, and the human can collect the fallens with some abilities to occasionally gain rewards for retrieving their fallen brother's dead body. But more importantly, the aliens can occasionally use abilities to spawn from fallen, which removes the fallen and lets the aliens create either more units or score victory points, or usually both. So aliens are scary.
Mike, build our people from the bones of the dead.
Yes,
that's correct.
Yes. Some previewers occasionally say that they turn the human dead bodies. No, they are not zombies. You're eating them. Okay, there are no zombies in this game. You're eating the dead body. That's much better, and it's not cannibalism because they are not your species.
That's correct.
You're just using the genetic material.
Yes, exactly.
He's going to have to kill some of my guys first, and I'm going to make that a fight.
Yes, you'll see how the first turn goes. Anyway, first turn. So,
yeah, I know.
So I'm going to zoom in so we can look at the principal cards. And Mike, take it away. What's your plan?
What's my plan? Yeah, that's good. I like that, Dave.
Mike, you better have a plan.
I tell you what, my plan is to go super aggressive, because it seems like that's what I should be doing.
Yes.
Being super aggressive.
Don't into my trap.
Don't split your attention in too many ways, but otherwise be as aggressive as you please. And when you see a cool ability, then try to build a small combo.
All right.
It's going to be like the 300 at Thermopylae over here.
And more importantly, the human player is not meant to see the alien player's hand. So
Right.
Sure.
I won't. I'm not going to look at it. Don't worry.
Look at our
I've got
already
enough to look at on my own side of the board already.
All right. So go ahead.
At this point, I feel like it's the right question to ask. Is the stream working?
Yeah, everyone's.
I
We got.
think we're good.
Okay.
We're smooth. We got lots of people watching, asking questions. People seem to like the alien race better, but you know.
They're correct. They're right.
Mike
They are
is
very
saying Mike, if you feel overwhelmed, you can always just fake a technical issue and drop out of the game.
Yeah, right.
No. All right. I'm gonna play the top half of this card, right? Which means that I'm coming from this region.
Yes. So since you're moving out, you can either move 3 units out and attack, or move 5 units out and not attack.
Okay. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is move 5 units in to here to attack, or to just my 5 units in. So I'm going to move the Empress, the Centurion, and 3 Legion.
The Empress is not stronger than the rest of the units, but the human is badly trying to kill it. So feel free to move it ahead. Just be careful.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing I want to be careful, but
how about keeping her safe?
Yes, it's 10 points to kill the Empress. That's a fourth of the game.
She looks like she wants to move.
she does want to move.
She's
But
looking very aggressive.
I'll be a little less aggressive. I'll go with my Centurion and 3 of the Legions. I really want to bring the Empress out, but all right, I'm going to do.
No, bring the Empress out.
Bring the Empress out. Let's have some fun.
Don't listen.
The earliest I've seen the Empress die was on the 4th turn, so you're good.
Robert,
Yeah,
are you down? Let's go.
I don't like. I like keeping the Empress safe, but hey, I'm in
Let's
space.
go, baby. All right, that's 2. That's 3.
Do you want help?
That's 4.
Here's the 5th.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I may need a little assistance for that. All right.
I'll help with the moving.
All right.
All
So
right.
Look a
now,
little scared all of a sudden.
So that was your first card. It goes into your discard pile, which for you is not marked, but don't worry about it. Yeah, let's just put it there. Second
put
card.
it there. Okay. Second card. What I'm going to do is, what heroes do I have over here?
So the closest hero to you is Colonel O'Hare. Colonel O'Hare has maximum 3 more hits. So he has 3 wound cards and dies on the 4th hit. And his special ability is that he can move more units. So
Okay, is he in the same zone as me? I'm having a little
no,
trouble.
because there is a border here.
Right.
All right. There's a border there. Okay.
You can zoom in, Mike.
What's that?
You can zoom
How am I
in.
zooming in?
Mouse
So you're
wheel.
on a map. Do a
Yeah.
two-finger scroll. You're on a map, right?
Yeah.
There you go,
now-
Mike.
That
Now
would
you can see
help.
better, right?
Yeah, I can see
me
better,
show-
but now I need to figure out how to scoot it that way.
So that the WASD key is like a first-person shooter move.
Okay, there we go.
Mhm.
Now I can kind of see what's happening. Okay, that helps a little bit. All right, so I got to go quicker. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it's okay. First turn. By the time we get to our, second round, we'll be going pretty quick. So
Right,
Alright, so
it's
then-
fine. I think you've already messed up, so I mean, whatever.
You're exactly right. Okay. Hey, David, this poison cloud, it says select something. Does that just mean any location?
Which one? Select the populous location. Sorry, the populous locations are. Look, where do you see the houses here, 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 and here?
yes,
Those are the. Look, this is the same icon that's on the card.
the ones where people live.
Yes.
Okay. Why am I? I already lost my zoom. Okay. So this is not a populous region. Here.
This one is.
There's one here?
There's one there.
Okay, so then I'm going to play the poison cloud.
That doesn't sound good. What does that
No.
do?
Select a populous location with a centurion present, which there is now. Place 2 fallen in that location. If there are 2 or more sky beams on the board, choose a hero and shuffle 1 moon card. I don't think we've got any sky beams on the board
No
yet.
sky beams yet.
But I've got a couple of fallen I'm going to place in
All
there
right,
now. Which
place your
are
fallen
where?
out
Here?
there. Yep. I got
There.
a second one for you.
All right, cool.
Sorry.
Two fallen
I'm here.
tokens.
I'm here.
All right.
Did,
then-
did you do the combat pool while I was forgetting to move the camera?
Did you do what?
Did you do the
No, there was no combat.
Oh, it was-
he just
Not
moved.
yet.
Oh yeah, that.
I'm doing a combat right now, though. I'm
So,
going to.
I'm showing the
Go ahead.
card to the viewers because I was lazy earlier and didn't show them. So,
Got it.
yep.
Is this
All right.
poison cloud you're doing right now?
I just did it. Basically, I just added 2 fallen because I have the
All right.
Centurion there, and it's a populous location. And
So
then
is
the
that
last
it for
thing-
the?
That was it. That was a special ability.
Yeah, he killed some of the civilians. It's good if he wants to later spawn stuff there.
Right. That's my hope. And then I'm going to say this.
Yep.
Do a move 4 units in and attack.
The
I'll move-
active location is the alien front line, so you're moving out, so you can only move 3.
Oh, 3.
That's fine.
And
1,
attack.
2, 3, and you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units here. So you draw 4 cubes from the bag here.
All right. That's not what I want. That's better. Don't want that. That's not great. I'm
Okay.
not happy with this.
So you deal 1 damage. So your choices are either kill this militia or wound this marine.
Always kill, Mike. Kill.
Kill.
Cool. So this militia is just dead, and we add 1 more fallen to the same place. And then because you had exactly 1 black, they all go back into the bag.
You got to be like Alice's restaurant. Kill, kill, kill.
So that was
Then I
your
draw-
that was your
I draw
turn.
back up to 4.
You draw back
All
up to
right.
4, and we move over to the Armada player. And I'm gonna how do I rotate? That's how I rotate the camera around.
They should get a point for that
felt
too, right?
brutal. Felt really brutal. Hey, so Ryan, what side do you want me to move? My guys on the left where I'm highlighting now, or move these guys?
Yeah,
in towards
I'd
the-
say I'd say get into position on the eastern
All right.
hemisphere orbit if possible, because
Okay.
that's where the action is. If you can bombard, I'm going to have to send these scientists up, or they're going to die.
Okay.
We have 2 drones, so I can send 2 scientists up currently. So
All right. Well, I am going to.
Hey, Ryan, just to let you know, they're going to die up there, too.
See, if I go
Let's see.
this side, though, Ryan, I can actually move and fire into this space.
Yes.
well, that's up to
This,
you. Because
this
sure,
I can't.
I
All right.
can sacrifice those guys, and we can just focus on the western side.
All right, so I'll do that. I'm going to throw this in my tactics, but I'm going to do the top part first, which is going to do 2 frigates and 1
I'm gonna
dreadnought.
give you the 1 Promethium you get at the beginning of the turn from your refinery.
Yeah, so up here on the board is my lunar refinery, which I need to protect. Anyway, coming back, I
That
get
thing.
2 frigate actions and 1 dreadnought action.
Yes.
So my frigate action is going to be move and shoot.
Cool.
And I'm going to shoot this hood.
Everything there has 2 lives. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to the hood.
So you
So, yep, let me shuffle this real quick, because I...
yep, draw 1 card and flip.
And flip.
2 hits.
2 damage.
This thing is
Boom.
dead. Yep.
All right, so that's frigate number 1.
Yep.
Yep.
Frigate number 2 is going to do the same thing. It's going to move,
Yes.
and it is also going to shoot. Well, let me see what happens. I know what's going to happen.
Yes,
so,
because you stacked the combat deck.
3. It's dead.
It's dead, and the humans have the Armada has a little objective saying every second ship they kill is 2 points. So that's 2 points. Poof.
Yeah, but the principal should have gotten 1 point for killing that militia, right?
Nope, militia doesn't
Oh.
score a point.
Oh,
And then my dreadnought is just going to range move. So it's going to move, and it's going to launch an interceptor, which is the good thing that it can do. So I'm going to take one of my
Yes,
interceptors.
and the dreadnoughts have something called the fleet movement. Whenever you activate the dreadnought, you can move 2 other ships, but that also counts as an activation. So you can't move a ship that has already been activated, and you can't activate a ship that you fleet moved.
All right, so I'm going to
Is
do
the
this one and this one.
Yep.
Perfect. You're in a good
Right.
position to rescue those scientists.
Basically dragging people with me.
Cool.
All right.
And then this card stays in your discard pile, and that's going to be your ability next turn, and we'll talk about it next turn. And you don't draw anything at the end of your turn. You score the points, so the hoods go back into the Meld player's
So
supply.
the combat discard becomes your ability, or the tactics discard?
The tactics,
becomes
sorry,
your
the tactics discard,
tactics,
yes.
okay.
I highlighted
So-
the wrong card.
A blade of
Okay.
armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So frigates are
Alright.
hard to kill this turn. Cool. Moving on to the expedition. Show us what you got.
All right, I'm going to play one chance to escape. That lets me use any hero. So I'm going to use Colonel O'Hare. I'm going to move him in
Bring it on.
with,
Come on.
with
Let's
one
go.
action.
Yep.
And then my second action with him, I'm going to place a deflector.
Oh, come
That's-
on.
You're not gonna deal damage.
I'm going to place the deflector.
He knows
So-
what he's doing.
So the way
That
it works.
sounds like a. Oof.
So the way it works is that whenever the principal attacks the humans, the principal selects all damage, except if there's a deflector present, in which case the humans select all damage.
Yep.
Cool. So that was your activation. Then you do your special ability, which
Yeah,
is
my special ability says scientists move twice this turn for each momentum I spend.
Yep, and you may remove one fallen from anywhere on the board. Since there are
Yeah,
three
so
fallen from
I'll
there,
just
I'll
take one
help
from
you
there.
and give that back to.
All right, and then I'm going to discard this card here for 2, and then this card here for 2 more. So I have 4 momentum.
4 momentum, yes.
So I'm going to move some scientists, and they each move 2 spaces now for each momentum I have.
So these guys, the ones in the settlements, are already just 1 away from the pylon. So you can,
Yep.
you can bring.
So I have 4. So I have 4 to spend. So I'm going to go 1, 2 to bring them in with the pylon, and then I'm going to use Colonel O'Hara's special ability with one of those momentum. Move 2 militia and/or marines. You may do this more than once per turn. I'm going to bring 2 militia in to here.
Those locations aren't adjacent with each other. You want to.
Oh,
move
yeah, there's a
these
red
two.
line. I see that red. I'm going to move them into here.
Okay. Back sneak attack.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last, I'm going to deal 1 damage with the militia unit here and kill one of the legion.
So the way the expedition attacks is that it's guaranteed hit, but the first hit is dealt by the humans, the second hit is dealt by the aliens, and alternating.
Yep.
But there's only 1 hit, so this guy just simply goes back. So that
And that's,
and then you draw back up to 4 cards, and that's your turn. And I'm gonna
yeah,
head.
and then can I launch?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I totally forgot. Yes. So
It's okay, because I have 2 echo drones to spend.
at the end of the human turns, they can spend echo drones. The space guys use it to ground strike and clean up, while the the ground people use it to either drop marines if there are frigates in orbit, or launch scientists. And he wants to launch scientists.
Yeah, now, if I launch 2 scientists, Jeremy gets 2 free movements with
Yes,
the Armada. Is
but
that
he
correct?
has to waste 2 of his actions next turn, otherwise those transports burn up in the atmosphere.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
Good. That's good.
But
Yeah.
you ready to do that, Jeremy?
Burn.
What was the question? Are you going to put 2 of them up?
Yeah, I was thinking about putting 2 of them up. Or do you want me just to do 1 right now?
I would do 1.
All right. I'm going to spend 1 echo drone,
Where did you
and
put
we're going
it?
to launch.
'Cause
I just put it over here by my militia.
There's
Oh,
a
okay, sorry.
discard pile for them here.
And we're going to launch this scientist up. Of course, he is on the western hemisphere.
Yep.
Now, since I launched that, Jeremy, you're going to get a free maneuver.
You may move
Right now?
any one ship by 1 space, and yeah.
If I move the dreadnought, does it carry 1, or is that only if it takes an action?
Only like it's just a move. It's not an activation, so it doesn't
Okay.
launch, doesn't carry other people.
Got it.
Cool. And now he's got a frigate in orbit, so Ryan, you could spend the second Echo Drone to drop a Marine and attack with it right now if you want.
Jeremy, you want to do that?
It's just you're gonna run out of Echo Drones.
It would have to be on the west. No, because it would have to be on the western hemisphere.
And there is nothing in position in the Western Hemisphere, exactly.
So he'd have to drop right in the, because you cannot attack adjacent. You only attack the
No,
space you're in, correct?
yes, but you can only drop where you have heroes. So
Yeah. So there's no way he'd be able to
Yeah.
attack.
yeah, exactly.
So-
So you can drop. There's just no point to it.
So no, I'm done.
So that ends your turn, and I'm heading over to the wrong button again. To the Meld player.
All right. I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna rattle these because they didn't get.
You know,
I didn't get to do it. So
it's you select them and you hit R to roll them. But
there we go.
That
you
works.
can also
cool. Okay, so it's the beginning of your turn. You get a free ship.
Right. And that goes anywhere I have a Cobra, right?
Cobra or mothership, yes.
Right, but only in the same zone, not...
Only in the same zone, correct.
Okay, so and that can be any ship except a Cobra, right?
Obviously, because Cobras aren't constructed, they are created from 3 other ships.
Right. But what I can do is bring a hood here.
Yes, which gives +1 shield to everything in that zone.
Interesting.
Right. Okay, so that's the first thing.
Then
I'm gonna do.
You check if he has any sky beams. He doesn't. So pick a die.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Cool. Put it somewhere aside. So you can place 3 cubes into one zone where you have ships, and then 3 cubes into another zone where you have ships.
Right. Alright, so...
And at this point, I presume you already know which card you're gonna play, because
maybe.
some combinations don't make sense otherwise.
We'll see.
For players, the commentary is that, yes, I know that the Meld takes the longest to pre-plan, but that's why they're the 4th player, because this gives them plenty of time to figure out their first turn.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing, but I wouldn't guarantee it.
That's fine.
Hey, David.
I'll help you.
I know the order.
Hey, David. A guy named John asked in the comments if the hood just flip over when they are killed.
That's because he's seen Slicker Drips' video from Co-op.
Yeah.
In the Co-op, the bot has a dumb algorithm of rebuilding the hoods wherever it was killed, and the Co-op rules currently say mark that by flipping the hood. In multiplayer, they do actually get killed.
Okay.
In Co-op, I had to simplify a few things because otherwise the bot would have been insane.
Alright, so I am going to... I think it's... Nope.
Alright, pressure's on, Robert.
Move backwards towards the edge of the board.
Yes, flee. It's
Well,
you know what? There's no shame in running away, Robert.
There is none.
Well, you can always just go and blow up the lunar refinery. That's perfectly fine.
I think I'm gonna do this card.
Yes. Small thing, I've just seen it. It's a small graphic design error that we're gonna fix. The lunar refinery is in this zone. So if you wanna blow it up, you have to put the spores here. Not here and not here.
Gotcha. Okay.
I see a red line is missing from here.
Gotcha. Alright, so this activates my fangs.
So the card, he says, spend functions to activate fangs. The first time a spore is created in each zone this turn, create an additional spore. So go ahead and do it.
And so fangs move?
Move and then place a spore, but you don't have to move with them.
But they have to they have to do the spore in the same zone, right?
Where they are after the movement optionally.
So I can do this.
I'll help you with the Tabletopia stuff.
So that's 1, right?
Yep.
And then this one.
That's 2. Yeah, I think you're... Oh, sorry. The first time a spore is created, the second one is placed. So that's 2. And then you moved 1 more in, that's 3.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Yes, like... Armada is about to learn how easy a single ship to die is.
Alright. And then...
So you've spent 2 cubes out of the 3 so far.
And so I can move in... Right. So 2 out of 3, so there's 1 gone. Okay, so now I can move in another Fang and torpedo that frigate, right?
No, because a frigate has 5 shields and you only placed 3 spore clouds there.
Gotcha. I thought I had 3 for some reason. Okay.
You need 2 more.
If that frigate was here, it would be dead, because then you would have more ships adjacent. Or if you play the card that allows you to move fangs and rattles, then you could move these rattles in. But you're not gonna kill it this turn, but you can create enough pressure on him
Right. I got you.
to consider.
Okay. Right. I'm still gonna move this. I'm still gonna move this fang in.
That's a fourth one. Yep.
All right. That's that zone. All right, and then this one. Fangs, move 1, creates 4. I'm only going to move, I'm going to move them in.
And here are your spores. Poof, poof.
And then I can't spend this other cube,
Correct,
right?
so it's lost.
Yep.
And
All right, so there should be,
there should be 4 here and 2 here.
Should be 4 or 3 created in each zone. There should be 3.
Oh, sorry, there should be 3 there. You're right.
Okay,
don't try to take Robert's spores away from him.
Right. Told you, I'm putting spores everywhere. Okay, so that finishes that card. It goes into the discard, right?
Yep, and now you pick a second card and do its bottom effect with a sensory of 2.
Yep.
So spores stay out there. They're just technically...
They're mines.
Thematically like mines. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Got it.
It's okay.
Right, so I'm looking.
So if I move an interceptor in there...
Then he can just spend a single activation to blow it up.
Got it. Okay.
But 2 zones with at least 1 meld
But
ship.
as long as you have a single ship alive, he cannot kill scientists.
But I could still... Okay.
Scientists die last in each
I
zone.
forgot. We're supposed to put 2 Promethium under that scientist, aren't we?
Yes, but with Tabletopia it's very fiddly, so we just it's there.
Okay.
If
this card here.
Yeah.
All right. So I select 2 zones with at least 1 meld ship or spore, which I have 2, and I place spores. And the die had 2, so I'm going to be putting 2 in each.
Yes. So, but you no longer have activations, so you can't blow it up this turn.
Correct.
But there's 6 spore clouds here, so next turn you blow it up if nothing changes.
Right. All right. And then it says I may also create a Cobra.
A Cobra is built from one of each ship in the same location. You
which
currently
I don't
have. I'm always okay with tiny takesy-backsies. You can say
No. It's fine.
Yeah, because it's hard to visualize all this. So you could say that I'm not placing 1 spore and then you can build a second Cobra here. But having 2 Cobras in the same place is not great, anyways.
Right. No. It's the decision I made, so I'm sticking with it.
Cool.
That's right. You just stick with that.
Basically, my rule with this game is that as long as no random information has been revealed, you can do takesy-backsies. So,
it's fine. So this guy's out. I've discarded, and
that's it.
Nope. That's it. I'm done.
Yep.
That's it.
All right.
So that's the end of round 1. We go to round 2. And Principal, go kill some stuff.
Yeah, it's time to rise and charge, baby. Select up to 2 fallen, spawn each of them twice.
So spawning something twice means you can replace it either with 2 units or 2 victory points or 1 unit and a victory point. I would strongly recommend not ignoring victory points completely because the humans start with a 10-point lead and they are very good on early game scoring, and while the aliens are better at late game scoring, but if they never start scoring, they'll never get anywhere.
Right.
Well, yeah, I noticed the humans get off to a nice.
Yes, because look at the morale track.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it says for objectives that we get a victory point for spawning. So
basically, you can use up one of your spawns.
Got it.
So this says select how many? Which one? Select up to 2 fallen. So you're gonna remove 2 fallens and gonna get 4 units or 4 victory points or any mix of the 2.
Okay, so let's do. What do you think, Robert? 2 and 2 or 3 units and 1 victory point?
I like 2 and 2.
All right, let's do 2 and 2. So we're gonna play that.
You remove both fallens. I'll help you with the thingy. Can somebody move the victory point marker by 2, please?
For me? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
And now,
I'm watching you, Robert.
and now you have 1,000,000 units here, so you want to deal as many damage as possible to put wounds of Colonel O'Hare into the game, and preferably kill some scientists, although there's a lot of hit points here, so I don't think you're going to kill too many scientists.
Right, but so because it says I've spawned at least one legion, I'm attacking, basically, right?
Ooh, the card says that too. Yes. You
Murder.
Yes, if you spawn at least one legion, you may attack one of their locations, then remove this card from play, so it doesn't go into your discard pile. Because
Well, are you sure? I'm okay with putting it in the discard
Yeah,
pile.
right. Okay.
it's
I'm all right
because,
with
first of all, your deck will reshuffle halfway through the game. Second, you have 2 cards that lets you take out cards from the discard pile, and the strongest cards don't go into the discard pile, so that you can't re-trigger them.
All right. So how many
1,
cubes am I
2,
pulling
3,
here?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units. That's 5 cubes.
All right, here we go.
That's a very impressive attack there.
I'm not thrilled with all these white cubes. There's 2, okay. 3.
Uh-oh.
Come on now. You gotta be kidding me.
Wait. Stop. I realized what's happening.
Okay, because it seems odd.
Try now.
Okay. Did I get messed? I think last time I might have gotten messed up, but that's all right. I like this much better. Not too much better, actually. All right.
3 hits.
So 3 hits. There is a deflector present, so the deflector gets removed, and the human picks all damages. So you have to distribute 3 damages. The hero can absorb 1. So you naturally gonna absorb 1, which
Right. I'll absorb 1 with the hero. I'll take 1 damage onto my Marine.
Yep.
I
So
did this backwards. Oh well.
Yep. There.
Go ahead.
Sure. Upside down.
And
All
your
right.
3rd damage can either kill the Marine or take a wound or kill a
You know what?
scientist.
Let's kill the Marine, actually.
So the Marine is dead and he gets a fallen. But the nice thing about the hero that it can only absorb once per turn. So if Mike attacks again, then it's wounds galore.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Wounds galore. I like wounds galore, Mike.
Yeah, but you know what you're not going to like, Robert, is what I meant to play. What I should have played first was this orbital assistance, where I could have spent one of your neuron die with 3 or more of the diamonds, and all of my attacks this round would deal an extra hit.
Yes, but you can still attack here or here. So you can attack one more time even if you have no matching cards. Just before we finish, you drew more than 1 black cube.
Right.
So you lose 1 black cube. The rest go back into the bag, and we shuffle again. Done.
Okay. Did you shuffle already?
Yes, I shuffled already. So that was your first card. So what's your second card?
Right.
I don't like this at all.
Should I do the orbital assistance anyway, Robert? Are you all right with spending one of your die? It seems a little wasteful because if I played that at the beginning of the round...
Keep it for next turn.
Yeah, I'm keeping it for next turn.
Remember, if you don't need the card, you can use it on the directives board, and the directives board will refresh after the 6th round.
Okay. And I don't have any fallen left, correct?
There is 1 there.
Ah,
1.
Okay. All right, so let's do this. Let's play this card to spawn a fallen twice.
Yep. So,
all right, and let's do 1 and 1.
Okay, so move the victory point counter by 1, and we put the 11th one out. So you're now going to be pulling 6 cubes, and then it says damage a Centurion to attack its location. So there should be some red cubes somewhere here.
I play that now?
Yeah. So when you activate the directive, you do both the top and the bottom, and then you lose the top. So here's a damage marker. So your Centurion is damaged, and then you attack there again, and you have 11 units. So that's pull 6.
Okay. Wow. All right.
So yes.
Man, if I played that card first, Robert, this would have been a ridiculous turn. 1, 2.
I like to think once everybody's experienced in the game, every turn is ridiculous.
4, 5, 6. All right, 4 hits.
There's 4 hits, and you pick all of them, so that's gonna be a very bad day for Colonel O'Hare.
Well, 3 hits, right?
No, he already absorbed the damage this turn.
He did it.
That's right.
So what happens is that he takes 1 wound, then he takes another wound, then he takes another wound, and then he can't take a wound, so he's knocked out. And at that point, half of his wounds, the white ones, are removed from the deck, so they no longer slow you down. So O'Hare is knocked out, but 1 wound still goes to the deck, and the Market being knocked out by... I'll just remove it because it's very busy on Tabletop Simulator, but if you rejuvenate him, he'll come back to the Eastern Settlement.
Right.
And knocking out a hero is one of Expedition's objectives, Principal's objectives, so the Athens scores 4 points.
Yeah, that happened way faster than I thought he was going to be able to.
I like it.
Well,
all right, and then since there are more black cubes than white, I lose a black cube,
yes.
right?
So just to give you a perspective, when you moved your hero in, there were, 9 units there? 8 units there?
Mm-hmm.
If basically on an average attack, he can deal about a third as many damage as his units are. So if he has 8, less than third. So if he has 8 units there, then per attack he can deal about 2 damage, and he can attack at least once, up to 3 times. So getting 6 damage was not outrageous. You got 7 damage. So he only got luckier by 1.
Right. All right.
But you have 1 more card, so if you want to keep killing scientists, you can, and then the humans will.
I definitely want to keep killing scientists. Now,
Right.
I can kill. I can kill in this region without having a matching unit or space.
Well, no, you need to have somehow attack, which you can do by damaging the Centurion again and covering this, or covering that to attack with there, but then you can't use the top, so you lose that. So
Got it. Well, the Centurion's got 7 hit points. I kind of like keeping that pressure on.
Kill
so
scientists.
I'm going to keep that one for the next round. I'll go ahead and go here.
Yep.
Boom.
Flip
and
it.
then I'll flip it.
I'll get you another damage cube.
All right. And now we're attacking again for another 6, is it?
Yes. And you're trying to draw 4.
Oh, wait. I haven't. Did you shuffle it, David?
I shuffled.
You did? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you can
6.
stop. So one black will be removed, and
So that's all the scientists gone?
they go to the morale track.
I like it.
Boom!
4 out of 10 we need to win there.
So the humans
Ryan.
lose 2 victory points.
Definitely our weak link here.
Well, that's because
Well, I didn't think, even from reading the rule book, that he could attack the same space 3 times in 1 turn.
there was no rule otherwise. If he can play 3
He's never
cards, but now this directive is gone for the next 4 turns. So he can still do it with this one, but that's a lot more wasteful because it needs rattles. So, but on the other hand, he didn't touch your western side.
Well, you need to orbital bombard that space.
What's the shuffle command?
Right-click shuffle.
Yeah.
Cool. So that ends the expedition turn. We go over to the Armada. Basically, the trick with this game is imagine how much damage you can deal. Because you can do a ton of things on a turn. It's just, if you don't set your objective high enough, you're gonna lose.
All right, so I'm going to use this card. So how do we move the scientists out?
So you give up any one of your actions, either the coordinate or one of the 4 frigates, to move the scientist out.
I will do that. I'll give up one of the coordinate actions.
Okay, so that means you're not producing Echo Drone.
Yeah, but I do get a Promethean at the start of the turn. So let me grab the Promethean. Where is that?
It's here.
Here. I got it.
Cool.
Okay. So, yeah, giving up the coordinate to save this guy, right?
Yep, so move him out. No, not that far, just to orbit. You can save him next turn, but next turn it's not mandatory to move him.
Next turn or next action?
Next turn. Every ship can only be activated once per turn. That's true for transports as well.
So these guys can be blown up too, though, right?
Yes, but only if you have no more ships. So you wanna either remove those frigates or bring in more interceptors to be sacrificial lambs or kill all fangs or all of the above.
Okay.
Like you have 4 frigate activations. A frigate can shoot twice, and the things in this zone have 5 lives each because there are 3 hoods there.
Does those lives last for my whole turn, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So I'll draw a +3 here to remind you.
Okay. So action 1 is I'm going to move.
And this is where knowing your combat deck helps.
Right here. And shoot.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot at this hood.
The hood has 2 lives.
Correct.
Yep. The hood is very dead.
Okay.
There's
1 activation.
That changes this to a +2.
Yep.
Second action.
Just make sure not to leave your scientist here alone, because then it's definitely dead.
I know. Second action is I'm going to shoot this hood with this. Oh, this guy's already activated, so he can't anymore, right?
Yes. If you can't remember, that's where the tokens are there.
Okay. So second action is this one is going to move in and shoot a hood. Can you do it adjacent?
Yes. If you're not sharing a location with a hood, you can shoot over.
Okay. I will shoot at him. Now, do all my cards come back?
Yes. So you flip, shuffle. You can move the whole deck.
Yeah, I missed it. All right. And then R for shuffle. And flip.
3.
All right, it's
that's
dead.
another dead. So that's 2 victory points to the humans.
So he is moved and activated.
Yep.
So I've got 2 more frigate actions, right?
Yes, and the problem is that right now, if there's 6 spores here, so he can kill the frigate and then still kill the scientist. So you probably want to clean up some of the spores, which you can do with an echo drone.
You can do with the echo drone.
Which is why I suggested that you should sacrifice one of your frigates, not your coordinate, because you're going to need that coordinate.
Then, can I take C back to that?
Yes,
thing?
because
I only have 3 frigates anyway, right?
Yeah, we only have 3 frigates there anyways.
Well, I could move that guy.
That's just the 1 now.
Right, but I didn't know if he was doing a takesy backsy. That's why.
Oh, no, there's nothing to take back. He just says that I use one of my frigates instead of one of my coordinates.
This hood fine back, right?
No.
Yes, he scored the points for it, so now they can come back, yes.
Right, yeah.
All right, my third and final frigate action.
He can move twice if he doesn't shoot.
Well, he's going to shoot, but he can shoot a spore cloud?
No, he can't shoot a spore cloud, but he can shoot one of the fangs that has 3 lives right now, which is a 50-50 whether it'll die or not, because there's a 2 and a 3 in your combat deck. We've seen it. Or you can move twice and not shoot, but then you need to clean up 2 spores and you might still die.
How do you clean up spores?
It costs an echo drone to clean up a spore where you have a ship.
Okay.
I mean, if you feel lucky, attack, because it might help.
Sure. I'll try it.
Ah, so close.
Alright. So...
He's close!
Oh, my activation. Go away.
Well, worst case, we see a very quick alien victory, which is good, because in my games, the humans have been winning a lot recently.
I'm happy to break the trend, David. I feel pretty good about it.
All right, so there's no reason to clean these up, right? Or is there?
Well, right now, all he needs is 2 torpedoes, and both your frigate and your transport is dead.
Right, those are
2
dead.
torpedoes, Robert. 2 torpedoes.
All right, let's be serious. Those are already dead.
To be perfectly honest with you, even if you clean it up, they're probably dead.
Right, they're already dead.
But it forces them to take more actions, though.
Yes, but you lose 2 echo drones, so, win some, lose some. So,
just admit they're already dead.
I'll go ahead and use them. You use your stuff.
Cool. Put the dog back in the bag. I'll do that.
Oh yeah. And then this goes down to a 1.
Yep.
All right.
Robert, you can only spend 1 die a turn, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. We're moving down to the ground. Show us what you got, Mr. Ex-Colonel O'Hare. You can still use Colonel O'Hare cards, and you still get its ability, but you don't get the activation for it, if you use that as your main card. And for God's sake, deal some damage.
I don't really have anything that does damage.
Then activate some buildings, retreat to your pylons, produce an echo drone and use that to drop a reinforce something.
Like I don't have a lot of options here is what I'm saying. So I'm gonna do this use Mac.
So Mac can move.
Yep.
And there's nobody to shoot there, so you can build a deflector. I'll get you one.
Thank you.
Then you do the cards effect.
Yeah, gain 1 additional momentum for this turn, and 1 Echo Drone.
Oh.
And discard 2 neurons, or 2 neuron dice of my choice from the Meld pool.
So let's go look over the Meld pool. Things with lots of squares on them allow
this one
ships to be
and
activated.
That one are gone.
Okay, yep. So only these.
Gonna move those over to your discard pile.
Yep. Heading back to you with camera.
And so I've got 1 special action. So I'm gonna give myself 2 more. So that's 3 momentum.
You put that on the wrong pile. Wrong pile.
Oh, you're right.
Discard pile.
That's 3 momentum. Then that's 4 momentum and a building.
Yes, and don't forget that Mac has an ability where for 1 momentum you can deal damage to an adjacent location, so you can shoot the Empress.
I know. I'm doing that right now. So I'm going to do 2 damage to the Empress.
So, Principal, would you like to discard 1 or 2 cards to cancel 1 or 2 of those damages?
Okay, so I've got 2 damages going where?
To the Empress. Normally, you would alternate damages, but this is the sniper gun. This is a specific ability that he picks where it goes.
All right.
Protect
and
my
it's 2.
Empress.
What's? Yeah, I'm protecting the Empress, but I've got to give up. I've got to give up some cards here. Oof.
Yes. So if you give
I'm
up,
okay with,
if you give up
what's
one,
that?
if you give up 1 card, then you lose the ability to carry a card over. If you give up 2 cards, you lose an action.
Right. Let's go ahead and give up 1 card here.
Cool.
So I just discard it.
Yes, just put it in your discard pile. Yes. So one damage has gone on to the Empress.
What is this damage here?
That's on the Centurion.
Oh, he took 2 damage on the Centurion?
Because he used the ability.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So this was your. This was 1 momentum. You have 3 more
3
momentum and a building activation. A building activation can be an Echo Drone, White Cube, draw 3 cards, and then discard any wounds. Heal out any wounds and then put the remaining card. Yeah, and then keep the remaining cards, but you can't play them anymore. And you
or the
know,
railgun.
And you know that there is a wound on the top of your deck. Or kill 1 Legion from anywhere. These are your options.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to use 2 of it to use these 2 militia to kill 2 Legion back here.
Yep. 1, 2.
And then I'm going to use the railgun to kill the last one.
Does he not lose 1 of his?
Why would he?
All right, so that's 3 points.
Yep, and you have 1 more point, I want to say.
And then, 1 more momentum.
Sorry, why did you take 3 points?
Oh, I thought killing Legion. Doesn't that each
Nope,
Legion we kill give us a point?
Each Centurion you gives you 3.
Each? Oh, okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But no damage is done back to his, right?
There are no counterattacks in this game. Only the active player damages the non-active player.
Okay.
And then I guess my last one will be to move this guy from the Central Plains over here.
Okay.
Hey, David, when am I supposed to draw my next set of cards?
You can do that now, basically. As soon as his turn ends, you can start doing that. So, yeah, do that now.
Draw 6 or draw back up to 6?
No, draw 6, add 3 to your hand. So this is definitely in your hand. Add 3 to your hand and shuffle 3 into your current combat draw deck, so you know that there's a single 3 in it.
Got it.
Hey,
Cool.
Robert, do you have rattles? And is there any way you can get them? Is his turn over, by the way?
I'm not gonna get rattles to you this turn.
Cool.
That's
it for me.
Cool. Do you want to spend an Echo Drone to?
No, I think
because you can drop a Marine and attack to the east pylon, but not attack with it because there's nobody to attack there.
no. So there's no point. I want to save the Echo Drone in case we need it later.
Okay. Cool.
If I launch a scientist, they're gonna just destroy it.
Oh, if you launch a scientist, that's a bloodbath. So.
Bloodbath. I like the way that sounds. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, thank you.
Take another turn.
Cool.
The only reason I'm saying that is that I might lose that. Well, we'll see.
So, going down to the Meld, for our viewers' pleasure, I'll mention that this turn I held back and I did not give tactical advice to Ryan because I really could have.
I'm sure you could have. I just don't know. I don't know what the best plan is here.
So I'm making a ship first.
it's usually, and I don't mean it in an offensive way, but it's usually a failure of imagination. The game gives you enough space every turn to...
Failure of imagination. I like that.
I had a lot of Colonel O'Hare cards in my hand, and he couldn't do anything, so...
Well, honestly, the biggest difference I would have done is I would have activated the hospital and gotten rid of that wound card instead of killing one measly little legion, but...
Sure, but the wound card doesn't... I mean, it's just going to go to my discard pile, right?
No. If you heal it out, it goes out.
Oh, I can't... There's no... You can't just get rid of it at the end of your turn? You don't discard it?
No. So if you don't heal it... Sorry, I'm coming back here to explain it. So if you don't heal it out, then it goes into your discard pile when you play it for 0 momentum. If you heal it out, it comes back here.
Oh, well, I can still just heal it out.
Okay. Cool. What did I miss? So you picked that die, and you put 3 cubes there and 3 cubes there. Yes, your intent to blow some ship up.
Right. All right. So first thing I can do is spend a cube here to activate one of these fangs to put a spore cloud, right?
Yes, which brings you up to 5. Yes.
Correct. Which means then I can spend one to kill this frigate.
Yes, which scores you... I don't know the victory points by heart. A frigate is 3 points.
Yep. So the frigate's out of the game.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
All right. That's the second cube. And then I'm going to spend the other cube to destroy this scientist.
Whee!
Bye-bye.
Which drops the humans by 1 point. The aliens have caught up.
Oh, we tried.
And then over here, I'm spending all 3 of these to move these hoods to here.
Or 3 hoods, right?
Yep.
So there's a +4 situation going on here.
Correct.
And the +3 situation going on here.
Correct. All right, so that's that card.
Yep, and then you have a 2 sensory.
And the second card is I'm going to do retrieval.
Yes, better late than never.
That gets me
it says
roll
4 dice, so these 3.
So I can bring back all 3 of these.
I'll roll them for you.
And I can roll another one if I want,
yes,
right?
if you want, you don't have to.
Which I do.
Just press R, press R. Or do that, yeah, sure. And then that's it. That's all you do, because you retrievaled. And then it goes into this discard pile, and then this die goes out.
Correct. And that is my turn.
That is your turn. That's the end of round 2. Going into round 3. I hope we're fast enough. We're going down to the...
Well, this game looks like it's going to be over pretty quick. Mike just had a hurricane going on over here.
Well, but to be perfectly fair, the Meld now took a breather to get his cubes back, but the principal has been burning pretty high and pretty fast. So plus the Empress is in shooting range of Mag. And the other thing you want to pay attention to, Ryan, is that Sergeant Keeler is your biggest weapon. If you never,
I know, but he's not in the action. He needs to get in there.
If you never touch Sergeant Keeler, you'll probably lose.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
you're doing all right.
So I'm feeling okay.
Don't mess it up.
Well, here's the thing. I would not mind using the this die right here so that I can deal an extra attack for every attack this round. The one with the 4. I need 4 squares.
That 4 is really
3
he needs
3 or more.
He needs 3 or more, but you don't have any 3s.
That's brutal, Mike. I
don't have to. My hope is to attack twice.
Would you get any scientists killed out of it?
Well, if I go into the Western settlement, let's see.
Here's the thing, Mike. I'm willing to lose that 4, which is the only real nice die I have, if you promise me you're killing scientists.
He needs to deal 4 damage across 2 attacks to kill a scientist.
Let me interrupt by saying my dissonance generator is out this round too, so you can't deal more than 1 attack 1
Thank
damage
you.
per attack.
Thank you. That was an excellent.
Although I was going to surprise it on you, but I don't want to rewind all that.
The rulebook
So
specifically says you have to announce it. So
There you go.
Okay, so I can only do 1 damage per
attack. Yes,
Yeah.
but you still lose your
that
black
changes.
cubes. You still lose your black cubes if you pull too many. So careful there.
Yeah, that's
There's no
that's a pretty big difference there.
There you go.
Okay.
So no reason to take my die.
No.
But you lost 1 card to the sniper, so you can't hold this card the next turn.
No, I can't. But it says play up to 3 cards.
Oh yes,
I mean, is
so,
there a
yes, you can lose an action instead. But hey, up to you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it to you to lose. Man, that's rough. That is rough. Okay, that changes everything. So I think what I'm going to do is play this card. Man, do I want to come in here?
I see one of the commenters are worrying that I am narrating too much and can they play the game without me and what pledge level do I come with? I'll let them know that we have run blind playtests without me in the room.
All right.
And the game still works.
I'm gonna play this card to move 4 in and attack 1.
Yeah.
So let's go with let's see here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to attack, which is going to be 2. I'm drawing. Is that right?
Yes.
Oops. It's not what I want. Why am I not getting? There we go. That's not what I want.
But you pull then all white, so you lose a white.
Oh, that's good for you.
And
all right.
shuffle.
So that was first. That was not very good.
Was that your card you played, or was that?
Yes, that was that.
Yeah, I played that to move 4 and attack 1.
And this is how one of those not good principal turns look like.
Yeah, this one's gonna hurt. This one's really gonna hurt. What do we have up here?
I'm reminding you that those 2 locations are not adjacent to each other.
Oh, these 2 are not?
See the red line?
Yeah, I made that mistake earlier.
Got it. Yeah, that's very disappointing.
Look at the art.
Okay.
There's a giant cliff and a muddy river between the 2.
I'm sorry, I got pulled out.
Could I still play the Eastern Approach card to move units into that region?
Yes, but you don't have any adjacent units.
Ah, got it. It's got to be adjacent units.
Yes,
Okay.
so you can play it for the bottom, you can play it for any of these, and or you can skip an action, or you can discard it for no effect.
Yeah, no, I think what I'll do... Man, I hate... All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this to go here, to move 1, ignoring suppression.
Yep, suppression, to our viewers' benefit, if the principal ever moves out of a combat, then he gets auto-damaged, and ignore suppression means he doesn't. But you may move once with 1 unit right now, so make a move.
Yeah, so the main idea there is I'm really just wanting to do the bottom action more than anything else.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and move... well, part of me wanted to move the Empress in, Robert, but I know you'll freak. All right. I'll just go ahead and move a
Why do you hate her?
I'll move a Centurion in there, even though I think I should just move this Empress. David was talking about having some imagination. That's imagination. All right. Maybe stupidity, too. And then I get to remove a discard
cube from the back.
Discord, and then add a focus. Is that something you think you can do?
Yep. So we remove 1 white, and we add 1 black. There, I did it for you.
Was that 2 actions?
Yep, that was your second.
That was 2.
And your third action.
I know Ryan's ready for me to be over with it. For my third one, I'm going to go ahead and play this, move 4 in and attack with 1. Let's go
Ooh.
So you put.
Jeremy, I might need some marine drops here in a second.
You remember, you can only drop.
I've got something cooking.
Remember, you can only drop marines to where you have heroes.
I know.
One. Come on now.
2.
Come
So
on.
you lose a white cube, and the other one goes back.
You lost a lot of focus cubes earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was a brutal turn.
Look. You can't see what's inside the combat bag, but you can see what cube is not inside, and there's 15 of each cubes. So he has 10 black cubes and 7 white cubes in that combat bag.
Okay. All right, Robert, that wasn't my best turn.
Well, that's how the game is balanced. So, you're done there, and we're moving over to the Armada. Oops, wrong button.
You literally got no points, Mike.
I'm aware. But that's because Jeremy played that other thing, or else I would have gone.
And now Jeremy knows
good.
why tactics and technology manipulation is important.
I'm going to play this first.
I know it's game related, but does anybody...
All right, so I'm going to do a wild, and I'm going to do this guy into here.
Yep, so you move, you launch, and you bring 2 ships along.
Yep. All right, so that's him. He can just move. He can't do anything else, right?
Yeah, and you can move this guy as well, but you want to do frigate actions, and if any frigate that moved with the dreadnought has already been activated.
Oh, it has.
But you can use those frigate actions to bring the other guys in to be able to attack him from 2 sides.
Okay, so this guy here is going to shoot.
Sorry, you have 1 more ship to move from the dreadnought fleet movement because you only moved this frigate in here.
Oh, it's 2 ships you can pull?
Yes, it's 2 ships. And this interceptor has just been launched, so he hasn't been activated yet, but you don't have interceptor activation, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Yep.
All right, so I have 3 interceptor actions, or 3 frigate actions. So this guy's going to activate first, and he's going to shoot one of these hoods down here.
Yep, so those hoods have a +1 life, so they die on 3.
It's dead.
Yep.
Okay. So he's done, and I have 2 more frigates. So we're going to go...
So this is down to a +2, and... Yeah. And this is down to a +3.
1, 2...
By the way, if the viewers are wondering why did I steal 1 spore cloud from here, that's not because I hate Robert, but because he should have removed the spore cloud when the scientist died. Every time a ship dies, you remove a spore cloud.
I'm going to shoot at your rattles. How much does your Cobra have?
Red line.
It's a red line.
But you can move...
get them into orbital drop locate, like bombardment space?
Yeah, that helps.
All right. I think that's all.
That was only 2 frigates, right?
No,
3.
frigates are for
1,
dropping
2,
marines. Dreadnoughts are for bombardment.
Do you want to drop them? Do you want to drop a marine down?
How do I do that?
No, you do that on your turn. So
I do that on my turn. Well, it is my turn now, isn't it?
It was your... Yes, it's going to be your turn now, yes.
And can I do that at any point in my turn?
No, it's at the end of your turn and it costs an echo drone. Check your player.
Right, I knew it was at the... I knew it cost an echo drone. I didn't realize it...
Step 3, drone phase.
Oh, drone phase. Gotcha. All right. I'm going to play... I have this Colonel O'Hara card. Tactical retreat. All your heroes except knocked out ones may move once. Collect up to 2 fallen from a location with a hero. Score 1 VP per location where you have 2 or more combat units present.
1 VP per populous location. So that's
one of those.
Yes, but that's done after the moving, so you can do stuff like you could move mech in here if you wanted 1 more victory point, but I don't know if it's worth it. But the important thing...
I'm going to move, yes, there.
And you can get Killer either in there for more damage next turn, or in here to be closer to...
I'm going to get Killer over here. Right? That's connected.
Yep. Do you want to move Crom? Because you can move Crom as well.
No, actually, I want her to stay there.
Okay. Then collect up to 2 fallen from a location with a hero. There are no fallen on the board. Nope. Then score 1 VP per populous location where you have 2 or more combat units. That's this one. And this one.
So 2 points.
Yep. Keep it up, humans.
All right. Now I'm going to do my momentum.
Yep.
So I'm going to do... Actually, I'm just going to spend 1 card
And
to do
Yep.
1 momentum and a building. The building is going to be the hospital, so I'll get rid of this wound.
So the way that works...
Yeah.
Sorry, keep that. So the way that works is you play your 2 cards. So you play these
Does it have to be 2? I thought it could be up to 2.
Oh, yes, it can be up to 2, sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to save
then
that one.
you draw 3 cards.
Oh, that's right.
And then you can remove any number of wounds from your hand. So
I just have the 1.
But you can't play more cards this turn, so it's effectively...
Right.
Yeah.
So I get 1 momentum and 1 damage, or 1 building. I'm going to use the hospital. I already used the hospital, so I get 1 momentum. I'm going to have this Marine attack that Centurion and do a damage onto him.
Yep, that's a perfectly valid thing to do. And
then at the end of my turn, I'm going to use an Echo Drone.
Yep.
To drop a Marine.
But you moved your hero out from here. That's why I asked if you wanted to move Kram here, because then you can drop here.
I thought you just had to have... Oh. Where your hero is. I thought it was just...
No.
Oh, no. It says... Mine says... So my rules thing says a hero has to be present or adjacent.
Yes, I forgot. You're completely right. You're completely right.
I didn't know which one was correct.
No, you have the same player as I do. It's just I'm going by memory here. And
then I'm going to do 1 more damage, so that's Centurion.
So this is the 2nd damage here, so the principal picks, but the only valid target is the Centurion, so boom.
So that should be 4?
Yep, that's 4, and it dies on the 7th, and you spent 1 Echo Drone to do it.
Yep.
So for the viewer's pleasure, this is the East Pylon location, and there is a frigate in Eastern orbit, so he could spend an Echo Drone to drop a Marine and immediately deal an attack. So that was fun, right? So, moving over to the Meld. Robert, impress us.
I'm looking.
Yes, Robert, impress us.
I don't like when Robert takes his turn. It makes me anxious.
It's my least favorite moment of the game.
So, Jeremy, the number you want to remember is 9. If he gets anywhere near 9, and remember he can put out about 3 a turn stable, maybe more, then your Dreadnought is in deep, deep problems.
Sure.
And you do not want to lose your Dreadnought ever.
Robert, before you start a turn, just know that there would be a possibility that on my turn, I could 3 times place a spore in orbit or destroy an Armada ship with exhausted shields in orbit. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm hoping you do. And if that's something that would be helpful to you, I could do it, or I could use it for something else.
Use it for something else.
I'm not going to be able to exhaust his Dreadnought yet.
No, but if you can get it too close to, then he can use spore, shoot. That's valid.
That's true. I can get him down to real close. So
help him, David.
It does change me a little because I was going to activate Rattles and Hoods, but I think I'll do.
I don't have to do this. I'm just saying.
No. I think it's a good idea. All right. So first, I'm going to create a new ship. I do like the idea of continuing to build hoods. I'm going to bring another hood in. So that puts another... No, why did I grab a spore? I meant to grab a... That changes this to a +2. So I'll just do this. All right. So I'm going to select... I'm going to leave that... Ooh, wait.
I don't know what you're doing, Robert.
I'm thinking.
David, in the comments, they're saying that a lot of your games happen to start with T. I don't know if this is on purpose.
No, that's not me. That's Daniel Tashini. I only named my most recent one Tawantinsiu with a T, but that's because it was inspired by Tashini's games. So that was a homage. And Tekken also starts with a T because it's a co-design with Tashini. And I know technically this one starts with a T because it's the Defence of Procyon III, but in my mind it's Procyon. So, but a lot of my games does start with P because Petrichor and Perseverance and Procyon. So I like letters.
I like
Yeah,
letters.
David, is a pylon considered a building?
No, it's not.
Okay, that's a shame.
All right,
Can we change the rules? You're the designer. Can we make a pylon a building for the purposes of this game?
Yes, but then I have to give 20 victory points to the humans.
All right. I don't think that's a fair.
Because you have cards that allow you to blow up buildings, and I don't think
I do?
and I don't think you're meant to blow up pylons.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
So here I'm activating these 2 fangs, which is going to put 2 more spores. And then I'm going to move these in and also create more spores. Just going to make a big mess on the board because why not? If David wants to clean it up, he can
it's
clean
fine.
it up. All right. So there's now 7 in that zone.
I don't like that.
Of course you don't. Okay, so that takes care of that card.
Can you pass as the Meld player?
And then here, select east or west and Neuron plus 1 ship in orbit above. These ships are in orbit, right?
Of west, yes, and these ships are on orbit of east.
Correct. So, and this has 3, so I can bombard with 4 into the west.
Yes, so you pick 4 units in the west, except these 3, and and except scientists, and you deal 1 damage to each of them.
Dang.
Okay.
And it can be buildings as well.
Okay, and what does it take to kill things here?
Buildings die on 2, Marines die on 2, militias die on 1.
Okay, so if I kill...
And there's no hero anywhere in the west, so you can't give wound
So-
cards.
Mike,
Yes.
what's good for me to kill over here?
Over in the western.
Yes.
In the west side. I got 4...
These things.
I got 4
Okay.
hits here. Should I kill the militia? Should I...
If you do it here, that's 2, 3. You'd be able to kill 1
No,
scientist. No.
That many units take 1 damage each.
So 1, 2. You can kill both.
No. The Marine won't die.
Right, but I can kill the 3 militia
And
and then leave 1 damage on something else.
yes. Or you can kill the 2 militia, the railgun, and the scientist. That's the only scientist that can die, because then there are
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Then let's do that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, do we get points for this or no?
We lose a point for that.
Yeah, they just lose a point for
Okay.
that.
But I don't get points for kill. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, and that finishes my deck, so I bring everything back now?
Yep. And that's the end of turn 3, going into turn 4.
All right. So you want me to play this card, right, Robert? This repeat 3 times, place a spore into orbit, or destroy an Armada ship with exhausted shields in orbit.
If you could get 2 and a shoot up here, you would take that dreadnought out. If you can get 2 spores.
I have no idea what that means. What I know is I can place a spore into orbit 3 times.
But you can only place 1, right?
No. It says repeat 3 times. Place a spore in orbit, or destroy an Armada ship with exhausted shields.
So you could put 2 spores and then destroy that dreadnought.
All right, let's make it happen then.
Right?
Yep.
Correct, David?
Yep. Yeah, that is correct.
Right. I would like.
All right,
I would
I'm gonna
like
let
that
you do it.
dreadnought to go away
I'm
now.
gonna let you do it because that's your bits over there. I don't know how to mess with that.
I'm moving them off.
David's taking care of it.
Phew.
Right.
How many points do we get for that?
9.
I like that.
But 1 spore goes away because of the thing, so that puts 1 additional spore up there,
Yeah,
right?
so it should end on 8. So yeah.
Right. So there we go.
All right. So that's 1,
And we got the 9 points, right?
Yes.
Yep. Unfortunately.
And more importantly, Jeremy lost his dreadnought.
Oh, there's one more.
Correct.
And that really is what this was about.
I mean, Jeremy, you only need to get the ion cannon fired once.
I don't care at this point.
You don't have a rattle in orbit, right?
No, I was gonna move them
It's
until I
fine.
learned about your spore clouds.
No, it's fine. I just want to. I don't want to. I just don't want to waste that. Top action.
I got all my cards available to me again. So
Well, maybe in another turn we can set that up.
Right. If we haven't won by then.
Correct. All right. So let's go into the west pylon.
The only units you have adjacent to the west pylon are these guys, and they're being suppressed by these two. So if you leave with them, you immediately take 2 damage.
That I can put wherever I want?
Wherever he wants, yes.
Oh, wherever he wants.
Yes. And
these guys are only ones,
yes,
right?
Yes. So you will end up there either with 2 Centurions or with 1 half damage Centurion and 2 more. Yeah.
Depending on what he chooses.
Yes.
All right. So I think instead what I want to do, how much damage is here? 3 to destroy these?
3 to destroy those, yes.
Okay. So, man. Let me see really quickly here. I'm not thrilled with the cards I have.
Damage.
What's that?
Minimal effort, maximum damage.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm really what I'm really trying to do is get at some more because we only need 1, 2, 3, 4 more scientists. But I don't have. The only way I can attack there right now is to waste this top action.
Hey, whatever. If you can kill both scientists.
Well, I don't think I can. I don't have enough power. I'm only pulling 2. I'm only pulling 2 cubes out of the bag.
I mean, does this 4 help you at all now?
No, because all of my cards that work off your dice have been played.
Okay, I was just making sure because it's.
Is there a building here where the Centurion is? No, there's no building here, right?
No.
There's no building here.
Nope.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Where is there a building I can destroy? Here?
You have units adjacent to this one, and you have units adjacent to this one, and this one is undefended and only has 1 hit point left. So if you're after building killing, then this is probably your best.
Oh, actually, I like, and there's a scientist there too. All right, so I think what I'm going to do. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'll play. This card here. I'm not going to be able to do the top, but I can do the bottom.
No, it says remove up to 5 fallen. There are 2 here.
Oh, there are. Okay.
Yeah.
Do that.
So you can either remove 2 black cubes or remove 2 white cubes or add 2 black cubes. What do you want?
Let's remove 2 white cubes.
I'll do that. Carry on.
Thank you. And then I can move with up to 2 units. Move a Centurion here.
Oh, that's not adjacent. You want to move with these units because those are suppressed anyways.
I guess. Yeah, I was going to play a different card, but that's okay. That's fine.
Yep.
Do that. And then, man, that does change, but that's okay. What's that?
I have faith in you, sir.
Well, it's again, none of these are ideal because I can't attack exactly what I want. I have to do it by wasting one of these. So I'll attack in that region.
Yep, so you pull 1 cube.
All right.
That's
the
a
one I
black.
wanted.
That kills the building. And that builds a sky beam. It's a western sky beam.
And we get We get 1 point for that, right?
Yes, you do. 1 point.
Again, Robert, that's not exactly how I wanted that to go, but...
It's fine. And what does the sky beams do?
It gives +1 purple cube in any one western location to Robert.
Okay, so when I'm putting cubes down, I get a +1.
Yes, but it's not +1. So let's say you use a 2. You can put 2 in one zone, 2 in another zone, and then 1 cube anywhere.
Wait, was that my third?
Yes, that was your third.
Yeah, that was my third action. Yeah, that was my
Got it. Thanks,
okay.
Mike.
But it has to go here, 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 or here. Cool. You done?
All right, we got some ground to take back here.
Yes. You're doing all right on the east, but the west has been a total shit show, and these ships are dying, so get them out of there or kill everything or something.
All right, so it's Armada.
Yes?
Yup. I'll spend 3 of these.
So you get one at the beginning of your turn, and then you spend 3.
What we got?
So he charged his ion cannon. The way the ion cannon works is that after activating a dreadnought, he can deal 7 damage into the dreadnought zone and 5 into an adjacent zone. Or,
nice.
or 5 into its zone and 7 units to the ground if it's in orbit. But his surviving dreadnought is out here, so it'll take a while to get into combat. So now he wants Ryan to send up some civilians so he can use his free moves to edge the dreadnought closer.
I will.
I would like you to send up some scientists for me to shoot.
Yes,
I know you would.
But if he sends it to east, then he can evac them here to safe place. So can you narrate what you're doing? Because it's happening too fast for my little brain.
Sure. I shot his hood, and then I'm moving my dudes fast.
And did you kill the hood?
I did. And that's all.
You know that the interceptor can shoot if it only moved once.
It's not on my rules.
The way the interceptor is worded is it either shoot and then move twice, or move once and then shoot. So where did these guys come from? They come from here.
They came from here. So no, they moved twice.
Right,
Okay.
they didn't shoot.
So you move this interceptor, and you have 1 more interceptor to move.
I moved him into the mothership space.
Ah, nice. But if you're trying to do that card, that only works with the frigate.
I understand that.
Okay.
I'm going after the hood.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Not a bad idea.
Me.
Cool.
All right, you're done? All right, I'm going to exhaust Sergeant Keeler here. His 2 actions, he's going to move 1 and then shoot the Centurion with his other.
Yep, so the sentry is on 5.
He's going to place a deflector anywhere on the map. So I'm going to put the deflector right over here with these guys.
Yep, that makes perfect sense.
And then I'm going to get rid of these.
Continue reading the sentence because you might care.
You're right. Sorry. There are no fallen on the map. Score 3 victory points. Are there any?
Nope, because
we removed
Mike just
3
used
victory
them.
points for us.
Yeah,
Mike just ate them, so.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, there's no otherwise. Yep. So, what cards are you playing?
I'm going to do 2 of these. These 2, so I get 2 actions and 2
Only 1
buildings.
You can only get 1 building activation max.
Okay, well, still, I only want to play these 2 cards.
Yep.
I'm going to use those 2 actions to shoot the Centurion twice.
One of the actions is Sergeant Killer can double shoot by himself. It's on that.
Oh, you're
card.
right. That is it. So, yeah, 2 damage to the Centurion, so that should be enough to kill it.
Yep, that's dead. And killing a Centurion is worth...
That gets points.
3 points, yep.
There we go. We're getting points now. Neck and neck. All right, and then that was only one, so I have one more.
Look, don't forget these undefended scientists down here.
Oh, I know. Let's move this guy into the central plains.
May I ask why not into the pylon where you can evacuate them from? And they're
well,
defended
sure,
there?
I guess. I just didn't want them to be one space away from that massive army. But
yes,
I can
but
decide
they
the
have
damage.
to kill Keeler and the pylon before they can kill the...
Oh, okay. So that is a good spot.
Yes.
Then you're right. All right, and then I'm going. That's it for that. I have one building. Hospital is not going to do me anything.
So
I have the comms array, and the jammer,
which gives you an echo drone, which allows you to evacuate this scientist.
Let's do that. You get the echo drone and use it immediately.
Yeah.
So I'll get this scientist and put him here in orbit, which gives Jeremy a free movement.
Jeremy, what you want to move? If you're thinking what I'm thinking, that's a legal move, yes. Yes.
But it can't, does it bring something with it or no?
It does not bring, but it's still, you got the dreadnought closer, that's still very, very good. Okay. That's the end of the turn going down to the Meld.
Hey, Robert, is there a way that you can get a Cobra in orbit?
I will have a Cobra in orbit of the Eastern Hemisphere after this turn.
Doesn't matter. As long as there's one Cobra in orbit, I'll be happy.
All right, that's fine.
First so round 5?
No, it'll move after his turn.
Oh, after the Meld. That's right.
Oh. All right. So first I'm going to create a rattle. No, I'm not. I'm going to create another hood. I like these hoods. I'm going to plop it here. +1 there. Okay. I'm going to select, where is it? I need, the mothership counts as a Cobra, right?
Yes, it does. But you can't move with it.
It doesn't move, but it counts as a Cobra.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to use, first let me put my cubes out. After I do, I'm going to do this one.
And remember, you have one extra cube in Western at or above orbit.
So 4 there, 4 here.
Uh-oh, that's looking really bad. I feel a little bit sorry for Jeremy right now. Please don't hate the game, Jeremy.
And then the extra cube is anywhere.
So here, or here.
Right, I'm gonna put it here. All right, and then the card is rattles and cobras. So, oh wait, sorry, I didn't mean to put this cube here. This cube's here. It can go there, right? Correct?
Sorry?
David?
Yeah.
Say that again? No.
The cube can go
at or above orbit.
At or above orbit.
So here,
that means this one
here,
too, right?
Or here. This is 2 above orbit.
This
That's
one
too
is
far.
the same thing? Yeah.
So this one can't go here.
But it can, because that's above orbit. It touches a blue line. That's how
I see.
Once there are graphics in the rulebook, I'm gonna explain it with the green lines.
Gotcha. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, so I'm still gonna do this. I'm gonna be doing rattles and cobras. I can't activate the mothership. That's fine. I would have wasted the cubes to have done it differently. I think I messed up, but it's fine. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna do Cobra. Cobra gets 3 times, right?
So you can move spore.
Right. So.
And he can spore adjacent.
Correct. So I'm going to move here. And I'm going to spore twice over here.
Cool. That was 1 cube. I'll take it off.
Yep. All right. The other is going to move this rattle here.
Yep.
Which rattles can drag a small ship along,
Yes.
right? So that's moving this hood here.
Yep, I'll rearrange the shieldy bits in a second. So this space has no more bonus at all. But,
And this one, moving the rattle here.
But that one now has 3.
That finishes off this.
Why did you put cubes there? You don't have cobras or rattles there at all.
Oh, you're right. Those shouldn't be there. Those should be somewhere else.
Well, this is the only place where you have rattles, so...
Yeah, so those should actually
Or
be
if you want to activate the mothership, then you can put them here and use one and waste the others.
No. They're supposed to be here. Sorry, you're right. I put them in the wrong spot.
And then this is supposed to be... Yes. Yep.
That's that. I knew there was I was supposed to have a cube up here, and I couldn't figure out why, and it's because I put the cubes in the wrong spot.
Yep.
We're fine.
So you're gonna waste one of them, and then 3 more will activate those rattles. Where do you want to go with them?
I'm putting 1 here, the other 2 here. Mike, I hope you like rattles.
Too late. He already covered the card.
Yeah, that doesn't help me now, but that's all right. As long as there's a cobra in orbit, as long as I'm not misunderstanding something, that's all I really
No,
need.
you're not misunderstanding. That's how that card works.
Okay, good.
No, you're fine. And that's this one, and it's dragging this ship.
Oh, yes, dragging, yes.
I'm dragging.
Yes, that works.
Okay, so that takes care of that card.
Yep.
All my cubes are gone.
Your bottom is...
Let me get these cubes off. All right, for the bottom, where is it? So 2 zones with at least 1 meld ship in place. I don't have what I wanted.
Did you want to evolve?
Apparently, Jeremy's got a plan, Robert. Apparently, we're walking right into a massive trap.
I'm sure he does.
I know. Is there a way you can win on this turn?
No.
The meld allows me to just...
So if you were to evolve,
Yeah,
you can say, I want, I don't know, this card really badly. And then you choose one of your remaining cards and take it out instead.
Right. Of which...
So you can customize your deck.
Rep.
And these are always stronger cards than your starting cards. And you get 1 victory point on top of it.
All right, so just out of curiosity, if I did a bombardment in the western side, would I be able to take out the scientists here?
Yes, because there's no other valid target in its location.
Okay, I'm actually going to do the bombardment.
Okay. So you have 2 damage in the western side. One will be to kill the scientist. Guys, protect your scientists.
I've been trying.
And then the other one
could
take out this
militia.
Just take out that militia, right?
Yep, that works. And here's a fallen for it. Cool. You're done.
All right. So that changes a little bit what I'm going to do, but not a whole lot. I'm going to play Rage Monster, move 1 Centurion up to 2 times, ignoring suppression. If there's at least 1 Cobra in orbit, add a Centurion to the same location as the moved unit. So to do this, we'll move this Centurion can go here, then here. Basically, he'll be in the western vent.
Why do you want to go there? There's nothing there.
Nothing there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go there.
Here, though.
Okay.
That's true.
There's 3 scientists here, and we need 3 to win. Am I right?
It's true.
Um,
a crap job of protecting them.
I mean, I've been
put
trying.
Another Centurion there. I think the way David asked means this is probably not the best way I can use this card, but it's what I'm going with for now.
Yeah, that's fine. You're on a scientist hunt.
I am on a scientist hunt for sure. All right. So that was the first card, and I've got 2 Centurions there. Now what I'm going to do is move once with up to 2 units. So let's play this card here. Wait, do I want to do that? Or do I want... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll move those Centurions here. Then I'll attack in one space. Which I'll do that here. And I'm just pulling one, right?
Yes.
All right. Come on.
Need help?
No, there we go. That's the one I wanted.
Boom!
We lose 2 more points.
All right. Does this go away, David? This because it was the only one I drew?
No, it only goes away if it's more than 1 black cube.
Oh, perfect. All right.
And you're done, I believe.
I'm done.
Cool. Space. Do some final frontiering.
I mean, I am worried about his dreadnought, but at this point, we're clearly going for kill the scientists.
That's kind of where I'm thinking.
I'm just managing space.
All right. Play this card. Nah, I'll play this one. All right, so moving him in here. He's not going to drag anything with him, but he will spawn a dude.
Well, you can... It doesn't have to be with him. You can make any 2 movements on the map.
Oh, I thought it was with him.
No. That's the whole...
Anybody?
Like you can move a dreadnought on the left wing and bring in the ships on the right wing.
Issuing commands.
Yeah, the only thing you can't do is you can't save the transport with that. For that, you have to give up one of your interceptor actions.
All right, then we'll just go 1, 2. All right, 5 interceptor actions. First is this guy will come into here
And shoot.
and attack the hood.
Yep, so against an interceptor who only has 2 lives. So this will probably die. Yep, that's one who died.
This guy will come in, shoot the interceptor.
Yep, so you want to flip the whole deck. Sorry, drag the
I got
whole...
it.
Yeah.
I got it.
No. If you long click it, you can drag the whole deck. Another one dead. It's 2 points to the humans.
It's 2, 3. Another one.
Yep. That too.
4 is going to be just this guy.
On the hood or the mothership?
The hood.
Yep.
Dead.
So that's another 2 points to the humans.
And
Look
then
at that.
this
We're getting
guy
points back.
going for a hood as well.
And this hood's gone.
Before you do that, I'd like to point out that you need your 5th interceptor action to save that scientist, otherwise you lose the game.
Not the game, just 3 points, right?
Yeah, and then next turn, the game.
That's true.
So you don't want to use all 5 interceptors, you need to save that guy. So there's one hood
You don't
remaining
need
there.
to. I mean,
This guy stays here.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, no.
And then because you activated your dreadnought, the question is, do you want to fire the ion cannon? Although there's nothing sharing with the dreadnought, so you could use the base to do a ground strike with 7 damage. And the way ground strikes work for the Armada, sorry, dropped my mouse, have to pick it up in a second, is that you select a ground location adjacent to the attacking ship and with a hero present to spotlight for you. So no, you don't want a ground strike now.
Oh, if I had been in that space, he could have?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, next turn. Or you can just shred a bunch of space units with it.
Yeah, but he has one more dreadnought card, so then it's better for him to next turn move in and then shred a bunch of space units here.
There goes an airplane.
you hear him? You hear the dreadnoughts?
Yes.
Yeah, right. They're coming in for bombardment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's me.
Yeah, you're done.
Did you rescue that scientist or just move it?
I just
That
moved them up.
scientist will live.
No, it's just here and then next turn he may give up another action to save it
I
for
see.
3 points. Oops.
Right, and it'll be saved. I don't care about that one.
Cool. Expedition.
Yes.
Ryan has no idea.
Somebody's asking on the stream if a single scientist escapes, the humans can't lose. No, they still can because there are 14 scientists in the game, and if you lose 10 of them, you lose. So they have to get 5 scientists out to be not able to lose on scientists.
I'm going to play surprise attack. If Keeler is standing and not sharing a location with the Empress, move him to an adjacent location containing a Centurion or Empress and assign it 3 damage. And then he may move again.
So you activate Keeler, you choose not to move him in here because then the thing will not trigger. You can't build a deflector because he's already present, but you just do the text.
So I'm going to move him into here. It says move him that's not adjacent, is it?
Well, it's adjacent to the pylon, but you want to move him to read the card again. If Keeler is standing and not sharing a location with a Centurion or an Empress, then move him to an adjacent location containing a Centurion or an Empress and assign it, as in the Centurion or the Empress, 3 damage.
I'll assign the Empress 3 damage here.
So the Empress is on 4 damage now, and it will die on...
10, right?
It will die on 6, yes.
6.
Oh, 6.
So, spoiler alert, if Ryan has a bit of fantasy, that Empress is dead.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 of my actions.
Yes.
I'm going to do 2 damage here.
So, first movement point, first momentum is that Keeler double shoots, because that's Keeler's ability. Once per turn, spend 1 momentum to the... So, the first damage you pick, where do you want the damage?
Right, I'm going to assign it to the Empress.
Second damage, Mike picks, where do you want the damage?
One of these legions.
You now have 3 more momentum left.
Yeah, one of those momentum, I'm going to deal a damage to the Empress.
You can't because there is no unit there that hasn't shot yet this turn.
Oh, he can't shoot again?
No, he can't.
Then I will move a Marine in, and then we'll shoot the Empress.
Yes, and the Empress is dead.
Okay.
And now you see what happens with a bold attack. It usually ends with the Empress dying. 10
points?
10 points to the humans, yes. So if you don't lose on the Bloody Scientists, you might win the game.
And I still have 1 more action.
Which should really be that guy running the hell away, yes.
Mike, I assume you're going to kill some scientists.
That's my hope, man.
And if you had an Echo drone, you would now drop a Marine in here to protect them.
I know, but I don't.
Yes.
So I'm going to flip over my pile, and it goes to now be my draw pile. And we'll see if we survive this or not.
Yes.
I got the Empress. That was all I really wanted to do, so...
Well, my original plan was to try to get her into the city, but then I saw that it was better to try to go after the scientists. So
yes,
I just going
after the city works when, for example, he hunkers down 6 civilians in the west pylon under Keeler's protection. Then you run in from the east.
Right.
But if he engages you in battle, then it's much easier to kill scientists. But then you'll probably lose your Empress. Because Keeler can easily kill the Empress.
12 more points, Jeremy. Can you get us 12 points?
Right.
Hey, I just got 10.
So, yes,
it's
but
Meld?
you're 2 scientists away from dying, so...
I know.
Right. Whose turn is it?
It's Meld's turn, yes.
Yeah.
It's me. Okay, so...
You have no more big dice, so there's that. But... you still have a surprise bombardment.
Yeah, I have a surprise bombardment. Alright, so first I need to make a ship. Let's pick one of these. Alright, and then...
And I drop my mouse again.
You gotta hold on to that mouse.
I'm going. It's just nothing fun to kill.
I'm sorry.
I'm secretly hoping that the Dice Tower team can't win on this turn because I really want to see what Jeremy's doing next turn.
Me too.
And if I'm counting correctly, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, don't say anything.
That's fine. I'm gonna activate. The frigates. How many shields do they have?
Frigates have 5. Yes.
They have 5.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
This die with 4 pips was the die you used last turn, right? So it's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna do.
Did you build your free ship?
Die. Yeah, I built the ship already. I'm gonna use this die. This is probably not the best move, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do this card. I'm gonna be putting the cubes.
2 cubes in one place, 2 cubes in another place, and then 1 somewhere west.
Here. Yeah, here, here, and here. Okay, so I'm going to activate Fangs and Cobras. This Cobra is going to put 3 spores over in this zone. This Fang, which is 1, this Fang's going to move and shoot, taking out one of these frigates.
I blinked for a second. Oh, you put the 3 there with the Cobra, yes. Sorry.
Yeah. So the ship's out.
3 points, yep.
And that removes 1 spore.
Yep.
Okay, and that's that cube. And then over here, we have 2 Fangs. It does me no good to move them into
You can't. You legally can't.
Right.
You would burn up in the atmosphere, to put it mildly, except for rattles when they're landing, but that's his ability, not yours.
So I'm just going to leave. I don't really care. I'm just going to leave them in place and just throw more spores there.
Yeah, that's always legal. Basically, once you have physically 9 spores in a zone, it's essentially impassable for the human, because anything that goes in dies.
Yeah. So that's that whole zone. And then where I put the other cube, I'm just going to move this Fang here and put a spore. Oh, lost the spore. Where'd it go?
Or we ran out of them. It's possible because the tabletop simulator is limited. No, we have more. It's fine.
So that's that card that takes care of that.
Are you guys still in the game? Because it randomly dropped me out.
Yeah, I can't do it.
We're here.
We're still here.
But I'm the server.
Yeah, I can't move anything.
Yeah. Let's hope there is a autosave.
Uh-oh. Internet issues. Well,
no,
we pretty much know what was going to happen there.
Yeah.
It reset to the beginning of the Meld turn. So take it away from the... What happened last? What did the expedition do? What did the
Is the server still running?
I just restarted the server. Come back, guys.
I've gotta reconnect it.
Me too.
This wasn't me. This was TTS. Yes, yes, we're good. We're at the beginning of the Meld's turn, so just
all right, it's fine. Once I get back in, I'll just repeat what I did.
Yeah. So you played Cobra and Fang card with a 2-pip. I'm just gonna do these things for you. So you put 3 spores there with your Cobra. Then you moved 1. Where did your Fangs go?
I'm back.
Are you back?
Not, but...
Okay. So this die's not there.
Oh, you built a fang there. Yes, I see it.
Yeah, I built a fang.
Built a fang, you moved
moved
it in, and it killed a frigate and a spore. That gave you 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then you placed 3 spores into the other zone. And you moved this ship in here and placed 1 spore. Cool. Caught up. Sorry for the technical trouble.
That wasn't
me. This was TTS. And
okay.
That was the top half of your card.
Okay. So, and the bottom, I'm going to do a surprise bombardment. So I can select...
You can make a total of 5 moves and then bombard once.
No, select... It's 3 ships, right?
Yes,
3
to
moves.
move, but it's always only 1 bombard. This is surprise bombardment, not massive bombardment.
Right, but not 5. Yeah, sorry, you said... okay, so I'm going to move my Cobra because I don't trust that ion cannon over there. I'm moving my Cobra over here. I'm moving this Rattle over here. And I'm moving this Fang over here. I don't care about that side of the board anymore.
That's good news for the humans.
And I have 1 ship. I have ships here, so I can take out one of these scientists, right?
You can only target the scientist if there's no other valid target in its location. There is a valid target in forms of the comms array.
But that's all right. You could take it out because that might help me later on. Because he has a deflector in there, and there's nothing to deflect it to if you get rid of that.
Well, the comms array has 2 lives, but yes, you can bring it down to 1 life.
But I can't take out the deflector?
No, that'll take out when he attacks. Yeah. But the deflector does nothing because his first damage will also have to go onto the comms array.
So I'm going to take out that comms array then.
The other thing you could attack is Sergeant Keeler, which would give him a wound, but it would go into his discard pile because it's Sergeant Keeler.
I never drew cards.
Or you could kill one of these militias.
But it makes more sense for me to take out that comms array, right?
Yes. For the purposes of our viewers, normally a long-term strategy from the Meld would be to wear down the pylon, because you can also use bombardment to wear that down. But because in this game the aliens are going for the scientists, it's unlikely to matter the pylons.
Right.
Yeah,
this is gone.
Take 1 off. Yep, and the other one is still there.
Okay. And do we get anything for that?
Nope. Only when the second one dies, you get a sky beam.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool, and it says and score 1 victory point. Beep.
Correct.
And that's the end of the 5th turn, going into the 6th one.
And probably last.
Mike, end this.
I'm trying to, but it's not my turn yet, right?
Yes, it is now your turn.
Oh, it is my turn. Okay.
Mike, end this.
All right. So if I'm understanding this correctly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this to move up to 2 units.
Show me. Why? Yeah. It says remove 1 discard cube from the bag.
Oh, no. What was I thinking? Sorry. Give me a second.
You're thinking discard, probably.
Oh, no, because I was looking at this. I was looking at the wrong one. All right. So I guess what I'm going to do is play this card to move these into here.
And attack.
All right. So I'm drawing 1, yeah?
Well, move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, did I not?
Technically, you could move these 2 in as well,
but
you
die,
can't
right?
because they're suppressed, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would die.
Right.
Yeah, it's just for the viewer's pleasure.
So I'm pulling 1. Correct?
Yes.
Ooh.
It's an all white, so it's removed.
All right, now I'm going to play...
That was 1 card?
Yep, I'm going to play this.
To double attack?
To double attack.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes, really.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, deflector gets removed and the human picks where the damage goes. Do you want the comms array dead or
I want the comms array dead.
So, the comms array is dead. They get the Skybeam and 2 victory points.
That's fine, they can have that.
Second attack. This is where it gets stressful. Let's shuffle it.
Well, here's... Okay, yep.
Mike!
Yes.
It's not over yet.
And
I've
you
got
can
another
attack
card.
one more time with the Ansnare.
Well, no, I've got this now. I've got, if there are at least 2 sky beams on the board, place a Centurion anywhere there's a Legion present. Oh, there is no Legion there.
No, but you can attack with the other card.
Yeah. This one here can attack where? Here?
No, it says select location with Scientist and no Deflector.
Got it. Okay.
There.
Got it. All right.
But
so
you
that's what I'm
can't
gonna
kill
do.
both, so the game won't end.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we have a chance to earn our 12 points.
Yes.
So I still have 1 attack, right?
Yes, if you guys can earn 12 points on your turn and
Come on.
and
we
get
go.
that Scientist into under the
got one of
pylon
them.
so he can't bombard it, then you can win.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Shoot, man. If one of those
you
had
need
been
15
black.
points now, but yes.
Oh, you're right. 15 points.
Well, the ion cannon can get you at least 6, so
Ah, man. That was so close, Robert. One of those had been a black. If one of those others had been a black.
Look, this game's
All right, so
gonna be-
now, David, I'm out of discards or draws. So
yes, so what you do is you discard all these cards. So flip them into the discard pile.
okay,
Pop, 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 pop. Flip the whole deck and shuffle, and
got it.
there's your draw deck.
Okay,
So he's back at full strength, so get all your scientists away. Even if you don't win this turn, if you get all your scientists into positions where they can't be bombarded and other units are willing to lay down their lives, you can still win.
Well, we'll see, because we only have like 15 more minutes on the stream.
right.
I'm going to move the scientist out.
So first of
Yay.
all, you get 1 Promethium at the beginning of your turn. Then you get 2 more Promethiums because you
rescued a scientist.
still have to give up 1 of your actions to actually rescue him.
I did. I gave up one of my.
Okay,
interceptors.
so this
that
is
was
saved.
stupid.
That gives you 3 points. 1, 2, 3.
back
Okay,
to
I'm
3.
gonna move my dreadnought into here
Yes.
and fire my ion.
So let's resolve the full dreadnought once first. So
Huh?
you move the dreadnought in here and launch an interceptor, and you can move 2 more ships along for the party.
Sure. We're gonna go. He's over here
There's a lot of things
as
there.
well with the
Okay.
these. All right.
But those are pretty much auto deads.
Yeah,
They
those.
can be, but they're gonna kill you too. So, all right.
Fine.
7 damage.
7 damage where you are and 5 damage adjacent. So
So
7 damage kills 3 ships here and puts 1 damage on the last, which you can finish off with this interceptor.
Okay.
So dead, dead,
Just
dead.
remove all of them, and I have 2 interceptors left. But also, I got to do my 5 damage to an adjacent.
Yes.
How
So
much is this Cobra?
4.
Um,
Yeah.
Sure, we'll get rid of it.
Yep. So you killed 4 ships so far. That's 2 plus 2, and you killed a Cobra, which is another 3. So you scored 7 points so far.
I have 1 left over from my adjacent damage. So
Yes.
we will do it to this guy. I'm just going to pull him out here.
Yes.
And I
And
also
then
have two
You
more interceptor fight.
Well, these guys already moved this turn, but this guy hasn't yet.
Oh, well, then I don't want to move him. I'll leave this guy here. So I
Yeah.
can, I'll leave them both here because they both need to move
Okay.
in there and fight, right?
Yes.
So
You had
we'll
a
just
total
move
of
these-
4 interceptors. You used 1 to
Yeah.
save the scientist, 1
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
finish off this rattle if you want.
I already did. I have
Okay.
2 interceptors left.
For that you have to flip a card, so please flip a card.
Okay.
Technically you could flip a 0, but we all know there is no 0 in your combat deck. Yep, this is dead. Yep, so...
2 left.
Yes,
So I'm
and this
gonna
guy
move both
is
of
here and has only 1 life left. So you can
Yeah.
either guaranteed kill him or try and kill something else.
I'm just going to kill 2 more things. So one's dead and another one's dead.
Yep, is it Fang Fang?
So, sure.
Mike, if you just pulled that black cube.
All I need is 1 more black cube,
So
man. It was over.
you killed another 3 ships, so that's 2 more points. You're on 39. You have to score...
Can you get 3 points?
3 points? Let's see the Expedition players' player rate. How can you get 3 points?
Killing with Centurion.
A Centurion is worth 3 points. A Skybeam is worth 2. Yes, so you have to kill a Centurion. I don't think it's possible to single turn a Centurion.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems tough.
But it's possible to not lose the next turn if you pull back all your scientists. And you can win on the 7th turn.
I think I got this. Maybe.
Okay.
Alright, is it me?
Yes, it is.
Alright, so I'm going to do this once more into the breach. Copy the effect of an exhausted card.
Yes.
I'm going to move.
There's no adjacent Centurion to him.
Right, but I get 2 actions before I do that, right?
Oh, yes. So yes. So you move him in here.
But he's got 2 Centurions there, and he gets to assign... Well, he gets to assign some of the damage.
Yes.
All right. So that was 1 action. That was 2 moves.
Well, you can't move twice, but you only have to move here, so it's fine.
Oh, you're right. Well, yeah. And then nothing else for his other action. I guess I could have done a damage before I left and killed one of those legions, right?
Yes, you can.
But that means the next damage I assign goes to him?
No, because it's per location.
Okay, so I might as well kill a legion.
Yep.
All right. So we'll do the effect. I'm going to move into the space of the Centurion and do 3 damage to it.
1.
Hey, Mike, you remember at the beginning of this game when I said protect the Empress?
Robert,
That's 3.
Look, the fact that I had my Empress up there meant that they were ignoring the scientists, so...
So I've got, but unfortunately I only have 1, 2, 3 actions. I'm going to use Sergeant Keeler's ability, so he's going to do 2 damage.
Yep. So 1 you will choose to put on this Centurion. Yep. 1 he will choose to put on the other Centurion. Right. And now this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4 lives. You will not kill it, but at least
Keeler cannot act again, correct?
Keeler
he can't shoot again? No. Because all I did was use his special ability. I haven't actually...
that's his shoot.
That is his shoot, okay.
Only militias and marines can, actually shoot.
So then I'm going to move... so that was 1 of mine. I still have 2 more, correct?
So you can move in one of these 3 ships and shoot. One of these 3 units and shoot, yes.
Yeah, I will, and I'll shoot.
Yep, and that's your choice, so...
Actually, no, that's silly to do. I'm going to move this guy into here.
Cool. And kill a legion or put a cube on a Centurion?
Kill a legion.
Yep, to reduce his attack pool. Okay.
Oh wait, we don't have any echo drones, do we? So I couldn't drop a marine in.
No, you could not. You don't have an echo drone because he hasn't taken a coordinate action the whole game.
Close.
Yeah. Okay.
Very close.
But you're not losing yet because this scientist is now protected by Keeler, so he has to deal... Keeler has 5 hits, so he has to deal 7 hits to kill that scientist.
That one, but there's 2 over here that are just hanging out.
Those have 4 lives protecting them, so he has to deal 5 damage here to kill a scientist, or 7 here.
Alright, final, speed round.
Okay, Meld?
Man, the Meld's kind of dying here. All I can do is put something here. I guess I'll just...
to be honest, I'm very happy for this, because you've seen... the viewers have seen both how insanely powerful the Meld is, and how insanely easily the Meld dies.
Yeah.
Because that's the Meld's thing. The Meld is very powerful, and then he dies.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt like I was great, and now I'm whatever. Okay, and then I will select 2 zones for in place. So
Jeremy, you haven't been forgetting your technology, have you?
No, I just haven't had opportunity to really use it. I will be able to use it this round to get a frigate, but
good.
Basically all.
Rivals and facts.
Well, he used the ion cannon and he used the principal cannot multi-attack, and those 2 were big. So
yeah. Oh, that one was huge.
All right, so I'm gonna use this one. It's gonna give me 2 I'm gonna do here.
But now you have 2 sky beams, one in east, one in west, so you have even.
What do those do?
+1 cube. Yeah.
Right. But that's fangs. I guess I could do that. It's Mike. This is going to be my last turn.
That's all right. I might be able to. I'm going to be kind of going all out on this last
You have
one.
to. You have to. It's the end of the game.
Right,
so
right.
Last round.
I've got basically one chance to knock out one of those.
Yes, basically, if the humans trigger the end of the game next turn and don't lose the game on Mike's turn, then if because Robert has to go, when it comes to Robert's turn, I'll tell you whether it's physically possible according to my expertise for the principal to catch up or not. And if not, then we won't play it.
Can I add this cube?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
All right, so I'm gonna put that there. All right, so the one I'm gonna do is, Mike. This is not gonna be good because I'm gonna spend my retrieval, which means I'm gonna be spending my last die next turn.
I don't need dice.
So I'm doing this to do rattles and fangs. All right. Mm-hmm. So this fang can kill this interceptor.
This fang can indeed kill this interceptor, and the other fang can kill the other interceptor. Score you 1 point, I think. Let me check. I still don't know the victory points by heart. 2 interceptors is 1 point, yes.
Okay, so that's a point for us.
Yep, and did you take off the 2 spore clouds while I was looking at the player aid?
Not yet. I'm removing the cube, so...
Yep, okay. I took off the 2 spore clouds then.
Okay, and then... These have how many?
3, so those are dead. They're both dead if you have anything to shoot at them, because you had 3 fangs here and 2 of them have already been activated.
So I can move this fang here.
Yep.
And shoot.
Yep, which kills 1 interceptor. Yep. Now there are no more cubes left here. And this ship has already been activated, so you can fly with one of these rattles if you want. That's all there is left. And then this fang up here.
Which there isn't.
If you want to put a rattle into orbit, that's fine.
They're in orbit.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Then I may end up using it or not. I don't know.
I'm gonna move this. Here.
I got you a spore.
And then that's wasted. And then there's no point in moving a rattle, I don't think.
Not right now, no.
Because unless you can somehow get it to where I could add
because
to this
area. you can already add to every area except the shielded ones.
Yep.
What's that?
All right.
So this ability of yours says land a rattle from orbit to an adjacent unprotected location. That means not the pylons or the centrals. So I could put a rattle here. Yes, you could. Okay. As long as he has a pylon in the western hemisphere, which he does. Okay.
All right, so I did that, and then I'm gonna do the evolve.
Yep.
Of which I really replace every with a spore. I'm doing the evolve,
which gives you 3 victory points.
Yep. And then, so I'm choosing this card.
Yeah.
I replace one of these, or the one that I choose?
No, one of these two. Well, technically, you can discard, swap one of them in the discard pile, but then you don't get the new card.
Yeah, that's fine.
So this goes into the discard pile, and then choose one of these two to put there face down.
Okay. This is the one that I'm doing. This goes here, right?
No, that's the card you picked up. So that goes into your hand, and one of the cards from your hand go away instead. You played this card. This was the Evolving Meld.
Yep, got it.
Cool. While he decides, this is going to be the...
This one goes here then? Or this one goes here?
No. It goes here and turns face down. It's out.
Got it. Okay, so that's my turn.
Yep. 7th round. All right. Robert, do you have to go now?
All right.
I'm waiting to hear. I can delay a little bit.
Cool.
I'm going to try to go Huh?
Yeah, Mike, if you can kill it now, then
I'm
it's
trying.
game.
So I'm gonna try to go here. I'm gonna land a rattle here and attack.
So
Okay.
take a rattle from western orbit, put it in here, and you are pulling 3 cubes instead of 1.
Okay.
All right. So one hit.
2 hits.
Oh my gosh.
2 hits.
So
All right,
there is
kill a marine.
wait. There's a deflector. So the
Right.
human chooses how to distribute. So you can either kill a marine or wound both of them to delay putting the fallens on.
Oh, sure. I'll wound both of them because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so this black goes away, correct?
Yes, 1 black goes away.
Did you just put this fallen token here, or was that already there?
That was already there.
No, that was there.
Okay.
And so I've already done that. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, which is select a fallen and spawn it twice, then damage a centurion to attack it.
Yep, and what do you spawn it to?
What can I spawn it to?
2 units or 2 victory points or 1 unit and 1
Oh,
victory point?
two units for sure.
Yes, you're going for make or break.
Yes, exactly.
You're in it to win it or lose it. So
That's right.
So you're drawing 4 cubes and you need to deal 3 hits.
Oh,
to-
there's no chance. All right.
Come on, Mike. Have faith.
All right, here we go. There's one. There's
Nope.
I got to get 2 more.
No.
But hold on, I still have another action.
Yeah, he can attack 1 more time.
Oh, okay.
All right, so there
Dang.
we go.
So these are
So it's
dead.
both Marines. You still have another action that attacks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity?
Yep.
Yep, he
Oh,
just
Attack one
reshuffled.
location of your choice. Yeah. Now, what happened with these cubes?
1 goes out.
No.
2
Even though it was 2 and 2.
as long as it's more than 1 black, 1 goes out.
Oh, okay. And so just one of these cards goes into attack a place, right?
Yes, and you need to draw 1 black out of 1,
I bet,
2,
yeah.
3, 4.
Okay, here we go. Come on, baby.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Woo!
That's it, man. I'm so close. That was actually really close.
For curiosity, do you have what was your final turn? Because I'm pretty sure that you would have won on points if that thing doesn't die.
Oh, yeah. We were going to kill
Yeah,
lots
it's
of
gonna
stuff
kill
between our 2
a bunch of
turns.
stuff.
Oh, I'm
We
sure
killed
you guys are on
7.
point.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
this Centurion was dead, and maybe even the mothership.
Oh, yeah. But definitely.
Yeah.
Just
I
needed
had to go
one
all
more.
in. It was only because my board got cleared. Otherwise, there's no chance.
No, once your board got cleared, it was like that was too much to deal with.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Woo!
that was a lot.
That was. And I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to the scientists until we knocked 4 out in one turn.
May-
basically.
I know that sucked. Like I couldn't do
Yeah.
anything about that either.
May I offer one tiny constructive strategy?
Sure.
Ryan's first turn was not aggressive enough.
Hmm.
That's it. Like that's the 1 hit point difference between the 2 teams
Yeah,
right
but
now.
if I had been super aggressive, he just would have. If I had moved all my guys in, he just would have massacred all of them.
No. But super aggressive can mean pull 4 scientists back. It doesn't have to be all attack. But
Well, sure. So I saw him moving all his stuff into the Eastern Settlement, and I thought for sure he was not going to worry about the scientists, and he was just going to try to plow to the city center.
That's exactly what I was trying to do.
So I wasn't actually worried about my scientists because I didn't think Mike was really paying attention to them. So I just kind of left them where they were, and then he switched gears, and then it was
Yeah.
too late.
Just pull 2 out from the Eastern Settlement when he moves in, and you've probably been on 1 fewer dead scientist right now.
Yeah, it probably, and that means we would have won last turn because we would have been at not -3, but
Yeah. So that's how close the game is, and yeah.
yeah, we lost 11 points from the dead scientists.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if Mike had kept the Empress alive.
No.
You and the Empress, man. The Empress is the only thing that had us this game because he was focusing so much of his energy there.
I feel pretty good about getting that Empress killed, though. That was my crowning achievement.
Honestly, so far I've only seen 1 playtester ever pull off an offensive, like a full offensive push, and not lose the Empress in the.
I felt good about us getting rid of that other dreadnought early.
Yes.
Yeah, the spores, being able to place those spores helped a lot. I think.
Yeah, but Jeremy really cleaned the board with you, Robert. You get to remember that forever.
Now the trick is that if the ion cannon is in the starting hand of the Armada and he really, really wants to, then he can do a slightly smaller board cleaning on turn 3.
Right.
And that's a whole different game.
This was fantastic. I really enjoyed this.
David, thank you for inviting us to come play with you.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate
Please
it.
say some quotable things now.
Portable thing.
Yeah, give me a moment to think about that.
Yeah, right?
When is the Kickstarter on this?
Sorry?
Today.
It's today.
It launched 4 hours ago, and now it's 6 hours ago because we've been at it for a while.
This was fantastic, and now I already want to play one of the other sides.
I'm already imagining now that I played this game co-op. Like I played against the aliens, but they act very differently than Mike did. So it was quite a different strategy.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to go, I would want to play this again right now.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. That was a good experience.
It feels like two completely separate games that somehow meld together very well, which is a pretty impressive thing to pull off.
Thank you very much. I'm grinning in case you guys can't see me. The stream.
No, we cannot.
You're saying exactly. I did not pay them to say any of these things.
Well done, Dice Tower.
Yes. Well, thank you. It was to the very end there. Very end.
Right. We defended the tower well. All right, I have to go. I've got another.
No problem.
I have to as well too.
Thanks, David. Thank you, guys, and
thank you.
We'll maybe play something again with you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Take care, everybody.
Hey, guys.